is about ideas for blue and green infrastructure in Mumbai. So we have our honorable speakers, Shri Praveen Darade sir. He's an environmental secretary, Government of Maharashtra. He's going to join us in few minutes. Mr. Rajiv Mishra is a principal of JJ College of Architecture. We welcome you, sir. Please come on the stage. We have Dr. Rajesh Sarvadna joining him. राजेश आप ले रहे हो कि मैं उसको बुला लूं?
पोस्ट लंच सेशन है. मैं समझ सकता हूं आप घर प्रवीण दराडे सर आ गए हैं. वेलकम सर, वेलकम. Praveen Darade sir is one of the most young, dynamic. You can see his fitness. He is a very physically and mentally very fit. You can see on his face also smile. He is the Environment Secretary, Government of Maharashtra. And we have Sri Rajiv Mishra sir. He is a principal of one of the most renowned architect college in the India. Not in only Maharashtra, but it's in India. So I would request Principal Rajiv Mishra sir to share his ideas about ideas of for blue and green infrastructure in Mumbai.
Dear friends, good afternoon. I accept the challenge to talk to the audience who have just finished their lunch. But I will make it very interesting, don't worry. I was, like you, most of you, educated, born and civilized in Bombay. And I'm very proud about this fact that I'm citizen of Mumbai. And therefore, I would like you to understand that when we talk about sustainability, when we talk about various issues related to it, we must understand that anything that is able to take care of itself for a longer duration of time is called sustainability, which means it does not depend on many external agencies for its survival. So if I am a fish and if I am swimming in river, sea, water, or whatever, I am able to sustain my life over a particular period of time based on various parameters. But if the water gets polluted, if my food gets polluted, yeah, then it is a threat to my life. So what we have to understand environment first as something that we cannot live without. We have to be very careful to see that we live in a healthy environment. So what is it that we should do to take care to see that we are in a sustainable environment? Environment has to be good. It has to be sustainable. Okay. So we will take one by one all the parameters. The first thing we will be basically looking at is air pollution. Now, air pollution may be of various types, but I guess if you're coughing, if you're not able to breathe, if you're not able to cross the road, and if the pollution is so high, for whatever reasons, it is not a good place to stay. It is not a good city to live. Okay? Bombay, now called Mumbai, is a city which is the economic capital of this country. Okay? It contributes a maximum amount to the GDP of the country. So if Mumbai city becomes sick due to air pollution, the supply and the contribution to the GDP will suffer. And therefore, we have to be very careful, right? So what is it that we should do? We should take care to see the people living in city are healthier and not falling sick. We should take air pollution very seriously. I'll give you an example. There is a city called Dehradun in this country, hilly region. The survival rate or the rate at which people die is very high in terms of its age. People live longer in Dehradun. People live longer in hilly regions. It is because least polluted. Okay, purest form of oxygen. You know why people go to hilly regions for holidays? Because they want to go there and clean up their lungs because oxygen is pure. All these citizens love to go to hill stations because they do trekking and they want to become better in terms of their lung capacity. And when they come back, they feel refreshed. You can see anybody who is coming back from a hilly region after your lungs has gone through pure oxygen supply, your blood circulation improves. And therefore, it has to be as serious as that. So the first thing I want young people, all of you to understand that air pollution is a serious concern and we should be very careful about it. There is another session of traffic, which I think Professor Ashok Datar is also here, who will be speaking exclusively on how to reduce air pollution by reducing traffic and using public transport. So I will tell less on it. But you remember that there is no point making lot of money. There's no point in making 5 lakh per month if next month you go to hospital for a disease to be cured. So there's no point in making lot of money, earning lot of money if you're going to fall sick next month. Okay. So air pollution is one thing. The second is water pollution. All the diseases that most of the people suffer is because of polluted water that goes in through your intestines, and the loss of water from your body is dependent on the polluted water that you drink or pollution that you do. So the water bodies in our city, if polluted, will cause spread of disease. Okay. So if you have heard of dengue, it is water pollution. It is water collection. And therefore you have to understand that water pollution can be dangerous to your health. It could be dangerous to your life. All right. So don't take environment in a very easy way. It's a very serious business. It is something to do with our survival and health. As long as you realize this, then you will be yourself very careful in not only protecting your environment, but you will also tell others not to pollute your environment, because he causing or she causing pollution to you will affect your health and your life. So we finished air, we finished water, food. The food that you eat, if it's polluted, can lead you to unusual circumstances. You might not only fall sick, but then you might fall sick for a longer duration of time. Okay. And this food, if it's not sustainable, okay, you will have no output. If what you take in does not produce anything out through energy consumed, you're actually destroying yourself, okay, over a longer duration of time. So as long as I am concerned, I am now going to talk about the fourth part, and that is mind. There is something called mind pollution. Okay. People also do not know that there is something called light pollution. LIGHT pollution. Okay. Where if there is a lot of glare and if there is something that you can't stand and you are not able to sleep, then we go through light pollution. Okay. So lighting also is a cause of great impact, having a great impact on your mind. So the light pollution may be very physical, but mind pollution is something that you have to understand as young generation and as future seekers of knowledge, that whatever is being told to you about many people, including me, should be checked, should be found out. Yourself, you should find out and develop your mind. So there should be nobody who should not read for a single day. Unless you train your mind to read, to understand things for yourself, you might take up anybody for granted. And you are letting your mind pollute by not reading. I am aware of this fact that today most of the people have a problem of attention span. Whatever you cannot write on Twitter or Instagram, or whatever you write more than that, people don't read. Because if you can't communicate with me in 20 words, I don't want to listen to you. This is the issue. But environment is not like environment cannot be spoken about in 20 words on a Twitter. Okay. It cannot be spoken about or shown on an Instagram. You got to read about it. So I am, being an architect and an urban planner, involved in the process of making architects who are creative, who design cities, who come up with new ideas, realize that if we give good design of cities, people will be happier. If we give good design in cities, people will be healthy. If we give good design in city, people will be attracted towards it. So I think I want you to understand that when any place of stay, when any city or when any settlement attracts people towards it, it is because you not only make a living, but you also make a life yourself. You also have a great idea that if I live here, I'll be happy. Getting cities to design in such a way by architects and urban planners so that people coming there are happy is a very important thing. Okay. And a cleaner city attracts more people. Okay. A city which does not have any civic sense and keeps on dirtying it, does not bother about its maintenance, does have an impact on the mind of people. And this is what we need to be careful. Though I might have been very clear and crucial about all the matters, I would like you to know that a city is a place where if you grow up, it helps you decide what you want to become. So if you want to decide for yourself what you want to become, city is a place which has to be lived in such a way. You know, in spite of all the problems, in spite of all the challenges that we face in Mumbai city today, what is making it sustainable? It is a transport. It is an infrastructure project, which is also going through a great metamorphosis, right? But what is not sustainable, and this is what I want you to draw your attention before I leave it into your mind, is that when we do Mumbai Trans Harbour Link, the latest one which you saw, Prime Minister was very kind to come and inaugurate it. We start somewhere near Shivri and we end up somewhere in New Bombay at a village called Chirle. Okay. The journey is very exciting. I think you should go once on that. What is very exciting and what is very clean is movement of people and traffic from point A to point B. This is very good. But what is very important is what is happening at point A and what is happening at point B. So if you don't if you don't take care of point B, then you are not sustainable. Then you are actually creating a problem. Yeah. If you don't take care of point A, so I think whenever we basically come up with large infrastructure projects, we need to design point A. We need to make point A sustainable. We need to see that there is no traffic jam in point A to take the bridge. We need to see that when the bridge is taken and when people go to point B, there is no traffic jam at point B. Otherwise, you'll cause pollution. So I think it is not only the project of infrastructure that is important, it is what happens at either ends of it. Okay. So Worli Sea Link is working very well. I think it is one of the best ways to handle a situation of traffic congestion. But as long as it takes care of the traffic on both sides, it is absolutely fine. In educational institutes where you study, I think institutes can become a seat for development of mind. If you take this very seriously in your institutions, you take care to see that the institutions work as a place, as a sounding board for reducing pollution, for making sustainability happen, you will soon get to live in a clean city. But it is not possible if one school does it or one institution does it. The institutions should look upon themselves as responsible body where the seed of growth should be sown right in the mind of every student. And you should become an agent of change. Change begins with you and me. Okay. So I may talk, but then if I don't change, if I spit here, then I'm talking nonsense. So what you need to understand is the sustainability seminar is looking forward to not only educate the youth but also motivate them to see to it that the mistakes that have happened in the recent past are not repeated. And maturity has got nothing to do with age. If you're intelligent, if you're good, and whatever you're doing is going to benefit the place, you should go ahead and do it. You should come yourself collectively. You should awake to the given challenges and situation, and you should make your city of Mumbai so wonderful to live in that people remember not only you, but also the experience that they go through the city where you grew up. So I would be very happy if I ask few people who are coming to city of Mumbai, how is it that you feel? What is it that comes to your mind first when you come to Mumbai? And the answer should be, I think of great buildings like Victoria Terminus. I think of wonderful streets. I think of wonderful transport system. The people who have not seen crowd, okay, come to Bombay to see how people live. Okay. So the congestion is something, if you can control, good up to a particular point, but not beyond a certain point. The population of our city is 2 crores, it's 20 million, and it is challenging to run a city of 20 million. Okay. I'm just talking about Mumbai city. I have not spoken to you about greater Mumbai. I have not spoken to you about Mumbai metropolitan region that encompasses Vasai Virar, Mira Bhayandar, Navi Mumbai, and now Naina project, which is coming up as a third city near the airport. So I think as long as you realize that you are going to make a difference, as long as you realize that you are going to be a responsible agent for change, as long as you realize that you will tell others to become like you when it comes to saving our environment, we will not be able to celebrate sustainability. And our Sustainable Summit is actually looking forward to generating people like you who will bring laurels to the city, who will make your city proud. Okay? And we wish that Mumbai grows as it is growing. We wish Mumbai is as enterprising as it is today. And for your information, Mumbai is the only city now in our country where maximum number of people migrate to in a day. You know why? Because there are more opportunities than the people migrating to it. So if 100 people are migrating today to Mumbai, there are 110 opportunities in Mumbai for them. And therefore, you have to understand that if you don't make it cleaner, if you do not help city grow further, you are actually working against it. So work for yourself, make Mumbai sustainable, be proud of your city so that others learn from your lesson and go back with a great learning that they should bring the same to the city or the village or the place where they come from. Yeah. I would be very happy if we have a question answer session after this, but thank you very
We will
much
have
for
question
being a
answer
great
session.
audience.
We will have question answer session.
Thank you for being a great audience.
So, big.
I want to invite Shri Praveen Darade sir, Environmental Secretary, Government of Maharashtra.
I would like to congratulate Dr. Rajesh for organizing this second consecutive Mumbai Sustainability Summit organized by Vivekananda Youth Connect Foundations. And he has been working in this field more than 10 years, more than a decade. He is always dedicated with the youth. He always wants to do something for the youth, something to connect it with the youth, to motivate the youth, to channelize the energy of the youth. Today's session, all of you are aware about ideas for blue and green infrastructure in Mumbai is the topic of today's session. Unfortunately, two other panelists are not here, architect Shashi Prabhu and Amit Darak, sustainability professional from KPMG. We both are here. Dr. Rajiv Mishra is principal from JJ College of Architecture, and myself. He has already spoken about the various types of pollution: air pollution, water pollution, solid waste management. These are issues, noise pollution. He has spoken about mind pollution also and light pollution also. All of us are aware about all this pollution, but how to deal with this? So how to go about it? So the most important is youth. You are the ambassador of this nation. You are the ambassador of this country. The change will begin from you. Change will begin from institutions. Change will go to each and every house through youth. So youth has to play a very critical role, very important role. So what is the vision and mission as far as this blue infrastructure is concerned? The aim is to reduce additional pollution in marine plastic by to zero by 2050. It's a very small span. Hardly 26 years are remaining now. We have to go to zero. And unless and until we stop using this plastic, will not be able to achieve our goal of reaching this net zero by 2050. Unfortunately, lot of plastic is produced which is not recycled and reused. Maharashtra is the first government in the country. We have banned single-use plastic since 2018 through Act. But even then, all of us see every day in the malls, in the shops, in the bhaji mandai, everywhere, you get even 5 micron small plastic bags. So somewhere we are failing, we have failed. We will not succeed in achieving our goal just by implementing the policy, just by making the policies good policy, unless and until all of us act together as one team. We should refuse as an individual, as a citizen, taking the plastic bags, carrying plastic bags everywhere. We should start using cloth bags, recyclable material is available. Unless and until the change begins from us, we will not be able to contribute to our environment for the betterment of our environment. So what is needed? Upstream policies, government is positive, government of India is positive, state governments are positive. They are making policies for reduction of avoidable plastics. They are making policies for product redesign, for circularity, so that which can be recycled, reused. Then substitutes for plastics, material for sustainable alternatives, also a lot of research is going on. We are working and we are allowing a lot of people their innovative programs for which are alternative for the plastics, and we are giving them permissions to produce with these materials. What is important is downstream policies are also very important. Expansion of waste collection is going to be a very big business. Right now, in the coming years, it is going to be nearly more than 3.7 billion people will be needed in the collection of this waste. That means nearly every day we will be requiring more than 500,000 people till 2040, and even then you will not be able to achieve our target. Those will be related to the collection of these services related to expansion of waste collection. Support for mechanical recycling and chemical conversion is also very important. Control disposal of non-recyclable plastic is the last resort, because we cannot use it in recycling, which cannot be a part of recycling. That should be our last resort. So what is important is solution for microplastic release into the environment is very important. Successful legislations and voluntary actions at each and every individual's levels are very important. Only policies and enforcement will not succeed, will not work. We are working together. For an example, as far as Mumbai is concerned, we have 24 assistant commissioners wards. We have formed 24 committees along with these ward officers, and we have given Maharashtra State Pollution Control Board officers also in these 24 committees, so as to take action on single-use plastic ban, single-use plastic straws. We have come out with the alternatives for the straws, alternatives for the plastics. So what is important is, unless and until we start banning these items sumoto on our own, this will not stop. We have banned single-use plastic, but the other state has not banned. Even government of India has not completely banned the plastic bags, single-use plastic bags. Above a certain thickness of certain micron, these plastic bags are allowed, and that's why these plastic bags are coming to our state from the adjoining states. So unless and until there is a uniform policy throughout the country, we will not be able to stop this plastic. So what is important is we need to act at individual level. Youth always ask the questions, how can we contribute for our environment? There are small steps, very simple steps. In If you start taking at your level, at individual level, you will contribute in a huge way. So our population is so huge. If each and every individuals in the world, more than 800 crores people, if they start acting at their own level, individual level, there will be a huge impact as far as our environment and climate change is concerned, and that will be a huge positive impact. The most important fact I would like to share, that fortunately, because of the world community has started realizing the importance of environment and climate change, they have started taking the positive steps. And every year there is a cooperation of parties, and these summits are conducted in different cities every year. And because of these protocols, we are able to reduce the pollution. And there is a positive news about ozone hole. It has started healing, and there are reports that by 2040 it will completely heal. This is very positive news as far as environment is concerned. As far as Maharashtra specifics, before going to Maharashtra specific, what you can do, how you can contribute, I will tell you few things. Most important is you can use stairs, your youth, instead of using escalators or elevators, so that you can save energy. Second thing, whenever light is not required, whenever AC is not required, please switch off light and AC whenever you are going out of your room, out of your house, out of your office. That will be very important. Put your AC on 25 degrees, so that don't put on jackets, don't put on when the climate is warm. Go with your comfortable clothes according to the season, so that you will not require to put on ACs on 16 or 18 degrees, which will save a lot of energy. Because finally our all our energy right now at present, more than 95% energy is coming from fossil fuels. So you are polluting on one side just because your energy requirement is used, unless and until we convert towards the renewable energy. We are going aggressively for the renewable energy, but it will take long time because of its efficiency, inefficiency. We are going for green hydrogen also, and there are limitations as far as hydropower is concerned, and even as far as solar power and wind powers are concerned. We need to achieve this target of renewable energy of more than 33%, and renewable energy obligations also as far as state government is concerned, but we have limitations. So before overcoming these limitations, we have started with very aggressive EV policies, electrical vehicle policies, so as to reduce the pollution in the cities like big cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, and Chennai. But finally, at the end, your power is coming from the fossil fuel. So you are not effectively reducing. You will be reducing the pollution in the cities, but not as a country as a whole, or not as a globe as a whole. So what is important is you need to go for a clean and renewable energy. That will be our final output. Government of India as well as state government is giving lot of incentives, lot of packages for research in green hydrogen. We have come out, industries department has come out with the policies to support this green hydrogen, renewable energies. Lot of experiments are going on. Wherever there are successful experiments, we are also going to try in the Maharashtra. Second thing, youth, whenever you are going for shopping, you can always carry your bag, which is non-plastic. You can carry your cloth bag. Whenever you are going for exercise, instead of going for jogging on treadmill, you can run or you can walk in the open areas, which will save electricity, which will save energy. These are the small steps which the youth can do, and you can contribute a lot. And the effect, when you multiply by so many crores of the people, will be huge on the climate and infrastructures. Government of Maharashtra has come out with the city action plans as well as district action plan and the state action plan for climate change. This is the second version of state action plan for climate change. We have come out in 2023. Shortly we will be submitting it to the government of India for approval. We have taken the key departments responsible for mitigation and adaptation, like agriculture, rural development, revenue department, energy department, industries department, water resources, water supply and sanitation, and of course environment department is a nodal agency as far as all these departments are concerned. We are focusing on this key departments so as there will be a positive impact on environment and climate change. And we are, for this purpose, we have established at the state level a cell for climate change in the Department of Environment and Climate Change under the chairmanship of Honorable, none other than our Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And he is taking keen interest so that we can achieve our goal. While achieving this goal, we are targeting our cities also. We are targeting our Amrut 43 cities because we have a lot of funds from Amrut 1, Amrut 2, Swachh Bharat Mission, as well as Nagarottan. So a lot of funds are there as far as the cities are concerned, and we can achieve the target of net zero, and we have given the target of achieving this net zero to this Amrut 43 city by 2040. And we are confident that with the support and participation of the youth and institutions will be able to achieve this target, at least in this Amrut 43 cities, of reaching net zero target by 2040. Our Honorable Prime Minister has given us a target of achieving a carbon neutrality or net zero by 2070. And I hope if all of us work towards this, we'll be able to achieve this target by 2070. As far as Maharashtra is concerned, all of us are aware about treating the sewage. Sewage is huge. As far as Mumbai is concerned, there is 20,000 MLD of the sewage. We need to treat this. There are more than 7 places where we have STPs. These STPs we need to upgrade so that this water becomes a potable standard, where the BOD will be less than 5 ppm. Right now, we have treatment plants, but they are treating all this sewage partially. We have huge water supply as far as Mumbai is concerned, huge population. We have problems, and we have recently awarded the tenders for treating this 20,000 MLD to tertiary treatment so that it becomes less than 5 ppm, and it will not be harmful to our marine life and marine ecosystem. Remaining 8,000 MLD is generated in rest of the Maharashtra in the cities. Whatever you see, whatever the pollution of oceans and rivers in Maharashtra or throughout the country you see, it's just because of we are not able to provide enough infrastructures, we are not collecting the total sewage generated in our cities, in villages, and we are not treating it properly. And just because of non-treatment of this sewage, we are polluting our rivers, and we are harming our ecosystems in rivers as well as oceans. So what is important is we need to achieve this as early as possible. And all this, I am really very happy to announce that entire sewage except Mumbai, from all the urban local bodies, there are 411 urban local bodies as far as Maharashtra is concerned, and more than 28,000 rural local bodies. All these urban local bodies of 411 will achieve 100% treatment of STP by 2025, and Mumbai will achieve by 2028. So that will be a big achievement. Once we achieve this, we'll see a lot of change in our rivers and oceans, and hopefully our waters of rivers will be clean, our oceans will start looking blue, and but we cannot stop here. We need to work. We have to go a long way, and unless and until each and every individual, you have to be very cautious. Fortunately, all of you are very lucky. You have access to information, huge access, which was not there during my period or during Raju Mishra's period. So we passed out in 90s. So we belong to that era. Computer had just come, and the access to computer was very limited. Only one language, Fortran. We used to write the programming in Fortran and everything. But now you are very lucky. You have so much of access to information. But you should use this knowledge positively, and you should really need to act collectively. You need to take actions, decisions. This whole day conference, I would like to request Dr. Rajesh that some action points, some policy changes if they want, if all these youths, those who are working in the field of environment, if they want to suggest any changes in the government action plans, government initiatives as far as cities are concerned, rural areas are concerned, we are all welcome, we are open, and we are ready to modify our policies changes. But for that, you need to take positive participation, active participation. Once again, I would like to wish a grand success for this Vivekananda Youth Connect Foundation for organizing this second summit and many more summits. And I would like to take them this active role. Honorable Governor of Maharashtra has already told you in the morning to organize a week for no honking. No honking. So Maharashtra had already taken this campaign long back, but unfortunately we have failed. Again, whenever you go on this, whenever you see any street light, the people are losing, really, they are losing their patience. So where are we heading? We need to increase our patience. Unless and until you increase your patience, what is important is, Raju Mishra sir also said, mind is very powerful instrument. Whatever you decide in your mind, you will be able to achieve it. I will tell you. But unless and until you decide, win or lose starts in your mind. That's very powerful. So in any sports, any game, or any academic, I will tell you, each and every students, more or less, they are all same. Even in the sports, any sports, individual or competitive sports, your performance, your physical ability, your strength, it's more or less same. The one who wins is very strong in mind. So what is important is mind. The one who loses is weak in his mind. So I always tell you, what is important is treatment of your mind. Our Acharya S.N. Goenka Guruji, he has started long back in 1969 Vipassana courses in India. If this youth goes for Vipassana, or even if it is not possible for you, if you can do 10 minutes Anapana, controlling your mind, checking the thoughts, what is happening in your mind is very important. So the most important thing is you need to live in the present moment, which is not happening. If you just close your eyes and think, your mind will take you either in the past or the future. You are never in the present, where you are present. So your mind is a monkey mind. You need to train your mind. Unless and until you train your mind, you will not be successful in any event, whether it is academic, sports, or any field, social field, any field. So this is most important, and I am really very happy. Nowadays, I see a lot of youth are going for these 10 days courses of Vipassana also. They are focusing, they are concentrating, they are very focused, and they really want to achieve, and they would really want to do something proud for their nation, proud for their state, and proud for their parents. I would like to thank organizers for giving me an opportunity to interact with you. Thank you, and wish you all the best.
Extraordinary communication to the youths by Honorable Environment Secretary of Maharashtra. We are very fortunate, so proactive, so dynamic, so young, physically and mentally healthy, and smiling, carrying a smiling face, Environment Minister we have got. We are so lucky. We want to have a NSS clap for Honorable Environment Minister of Maharashtra, Sri Pravin Darade sir. Please clap, NSS claps. एक्चुअली ये उनके लिए तो था ही, मगर आपकी नींद को भी थोड़ा जगाना था. So I would like to ask one question about blue infrastructure to Rajiv Mishra sir. He is a principal of one of the most acclaimed architecture college in our country, and we have rivers which has become nalas. We have a sea which is become a dirty sea. Our mangrove cover is going down, our green cover is going down, our air quality is going down. This is a reality, and he himself accepted. And government or bureaucrats are not responsible. We Mumbaikars are responsible for this. We have made our rivers dirty, our sea dirty. It's not government's job or bureaucracy's job, and we blame them. We first mess up everything and then blame to the others. So this is our human tendency. So I would like to ask his ideas about the blue infrastructure, Mr. Raju Mishra sir.
I think that's a very, very good question. You see, if you have heard of the project called Coastal Road is an example of blue infrastructure. You have heard of Eastern Freeway, you have heard of MTHL. These are all infrastructure on water bodies. Mumbai has been very lucky to have a very strong water body. But the water supply that comes to Mumbai are from lakes, from so many, Bihar Lake, from Kalyan, from Nasik, from everywhere. We do not have to forget that the water that you drink today is having to come from a place called Bhandup Complex, which is actually in the center of the city near Bihar Lake and Powai Lake. And the infrastructure that you don't see below the road is also blue infrastructure. But then, do you know that you have rivers in the city of Mumbai? Mithi River, if you have heard, okay, is trying to reach its origin by cleaning it, okay? We have to understand, if you have ever been to Dahisar, there is a river there. we basically have movement of river protection. There is an NGO that is already working there. So what you need to understand is that protection is only one part, but continuing to protect is the second part. You just can't protect it for once and forget it. Okay. So I think what is very important is that your blues and greens in the city where you live, if are clean, then your lungs will be clean, your mind will be clean. There is also a pollution called a visual pollution. Okay, this is more than mind pollution, where if your cities are not able to see through its citizens the rising sun and the setting sun, okay, then it is something that it causes visual pollution. There is also something like you cannot see beyond a certain distance. So we have smoke plus fog as smog, SMOG. So you got to understand that all these important, valuable suggestions that we are trying to let you know is to make you understand that you need to avoid it. And you have to spread this message to avoid it. Then only you will be able to protect it. Okay? The green infrastructure, there's something called a green infrastructure, and there is something called new infrastructure. Okay? Whenever anything is done for the protection of greenery, it is called infrastructure. You know, metro trains is actually a green infrastructure because it is going to prevent people from using their private transport. Because more and more people, if they use public transport, they'll be able to protect the environment. So you don't go by the literally meaning blue and green to be ordinary terms. It is because anything that is going to increase the sustainability of the city, for the betterment of the city, and not only improving the image of the city. Bombay does not promote, or Mumbai does not promote metro to show how great it is. It is not an image study. Okay, Mumbai is protecting its citizens by generating metro, by running BST buses, by running public transport. So you don't use your private cars. You don't pollute the city. You do not stand at traffic signals with your cars on, polluting it every day. All right. Local trains are working in that capacity. But you know what? Today, I want all of you to realize that when you use public transport, you are helping the city. You are not only saving fossil fuel, but you are helping the city by becoming cleaner. So don't use public transport to show that you are using it. Use it because you love your city. And this is what is very important. If you are getting congested in a traffic for 2 hours just because you want to show your air conditioned vehicle, then something is wrong with your mind. And this is what I call mind pollution. So maturity is something that you need to spread. You have to make it contagious, and you should make people realize that it's you and me who have to live longer. If we don't want to live longer, then let's go and pollute our cities. So see to it that your message is strong. Okay, we basically have environment charters in all over the world. The cleanest cities are the cities in Europe where there are certain areas where vehicular traffic is not allowed from certain time to certain time. There are various cities in which, by not allowing vehicular traffic, only public transport, they are attracting tourists. When you attract tourists, the tourist brings a lot of revenue. You create number of jobs. And you have to realize that by helping each other earn money to sustain themselves, people will not bother to create a problem because then everybody is satisfied. Okay, you have to be very clear to understand one thing. Have you heard of Dharavi? Have you heard of the slum population living in Mumbai? You do not know how they live, but you know the contribution that they do to the city. They are running the city. They are basically making the city work. If they would not be there, the city would come to an halt. But you can't say that they are polluting, okay? You have to help them realize that being part of the city, how you can less pollute it, how you can make your lives better. So all your slum rehabilitation projects, all your slum redevelopment projects are basically working towards cleaning the infrastructure of the city. And we should see to it that everybody has access to good life, good living, and cause least pollution. Okay? This is what I wanted to say. Thanks.
Really extraordinary thoughts. We are very lucky, even if it is a post-lunch session, I can see you are well alert. And both of the speakers, they have, I see, yeah, 1 minute.
I will just add what Rajiv Mishra has said. Government is, fortunately, Mumbaikars are very lucky. And I'm happy to share with you that Mumbaikars has been historically using the public transportation system, suburban trains. We have 330 trains with a carrying capacity of 40 lakhs passengers every day, whereas more than 70 lakhs passengers are using this train. So during 2014 to 19, when Shri Devendra Fadnavis sir was CM, we had come out with a huge master plan of, we have planned more than 12 metro lines, not only in Mumbai but MMR region, with a carrying capacity of more than 1 crore passenger every day. Once these metros are completed, we will be having these 1 crore plus 40 lakhs of suburban trains. It will be 1.4 crores. We will be able to carry every day more than 1.4 crores passengers. And with reduction in the headway, this is a headway of, for metro is 6 minutes. If we can reduce it to 3 minutes, which can be reduced up to 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds. So we'll be able to create a carrying capacity of more than 4 crores in metro alone every day by reducing it to 90 minutes. So we have designed and planned this infrastructure of metro for next 100 years, taking into account. Unfortunately, I was lucky enough, I was involved in planning of all these 12 metro lines and starting the 9 metro line works in Mumbai and MMR region. So I'm telling you, once this infrastructure is done, coastal road, MTHL is completed, coastal road is done. You see in each and every house, there are more than 4 or 5 cars. You have a parking space for 1 car or at the most 2 cars. The rest 3 or 4 cars are on the streets. You are occupying 2 lanes on both the sides. So our road width as far as Mumbai is concerned is sufficient enough to have enough speed of the traffic. But since you have already occupied 2 lanes by parking of your cars, personal private vehicles, because of that, the speed of the traffic has gone down and vehicular pollution has increased. Vehicular pollution is a contributor to the nearly 30% pollution in Mumbai is because of vehicular pollution. Balance 30% is because of industries and RMCs. We have certain industries, we are forcing them, even bakeries and crematoria, to convert them into the clean fuel, PNGs and CNGs. So that effort is going on. BMC is also converting all their crematoria into the PNGs and CNGs. And hopefully within a year's time, all these bakeries will and crematoria will be converted on the PNG and there will be zero pollution as far as this pollution is concerned. We are forcing, we have come out with a huge policy guidelines for all the developers, builders, even the government infrastructure is going on. Unfortunately, after a gap of 2 years of COVID, more than 13,000 works are going on right now in Mumbai and MMR region, along with the government works, more than 13,000. So it's a huge work going on, which is causing a huge pollution. But in spite of that, we have taken strict action. We are enforcing certain directions which has been given to all the industries, which has been given to all the developers, private developers, and they are obeying those directions. And for obeying, those who are not obeying, we have closed more than 400 projects in Mumbai alone, since they were not following the environment and climate change protocol, pollution protocol, air pollution protocol. Unfortunately, I'm very happy to share with you that today our AQI is all over the city is less than 120. So we have never reached the level of Delhi. Delhi has been always very highly polluted, but we don't want to compete with the Delhi. We are blessed with the sea, and we need to be always, we need to provide always the best quality air for the citizens of our country, citizens of our city. I will just read for your benefit because I'm monitoring every day. This work has been added since last 2 months to me for my work. I'm monitoring every day the AQI also of important places in Mumbai. Barring BKC, where the AQI is 103, Borivali is 50, Chembur is 97, Airport is 57, Kolaba, where we are saying Kandivali 96, Kurla is 54, Mansway 65, 91 is very good. And Vile Parle and Worli is 34. Less than 50 is very good quality here. So the efforts, whatever the efforts, our Honorable Chief Minister has given the direction to the BMC and all the departments, efforts are yielding the results. We are working together, but we need to work together as a team more regularly. So there are a lot of things which can be shared with you, but there is limited time. But the only message I would like to give you, you need to be very active in your day-to-day activities, and you need to be more and more responsible youth, more and more responsible citizen of this nation. Thank you.
We had so much enrichment in our knowledge because of the two great speakers who have a real intention of making a difference, and they have a real experience also in this field. Thank you very much. So, token of mementos to the speakers.
Such an interesting session. I was wondering that sir must be, some maybe in sports marathon runner or something. But I think he mentioned about Vipassana, and he's mentally strong enough to take up all the responsibilities. So thank you for a wonderful session, and let us have a felicitation of Dr. 8 years. I thought so, and the glow on the face is because of Vipassana. Dono. Wow, nice. Yeah, let's have a felicitation of Darade sir. Sir, please. Let's have a big round of applause. Mr. Rajesh Mishra, Principal, JJ College of Architecture. Thank you for a wonderful session, sir. So as we are gearing up and starting the next session, अच्छा ये प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर सुरेश हाँ ठीक है ठीक है So the next session, number 5, is about traffic and parking issues and smart solutions for city like Mumbai. We have our respected speakers present here. I would like to invite our first speaker, Shri Ashok Datar, Mumbai Environmental Social Network. Welcome, sir. Mr. Gopal Zaveri, River March social activist he is. Let us welcome Mr. Gopal Zaveri. Professor Dr. Suresh Mand, Department of Economics, University of Mumbai. So we are going to request Professor Dr. Suresh to moderate the session.
So, thank you so much, Rajesh sir, and a coordinator of this program, wonderful program. Hi, dear all guys, and respected chairperson of this session and resource person of this session. This is the wonderful issue which has been taken on the this seminar and on the occasion of National Youth Day, and that I think we have with us a very respective personalities, and from the morning you heard about the many things which are very very important, not only for the knowledge, is for the life, and all these things I think you will carry it for your whole life. This is the capital to you, and you will enjoy this in the further days. So, without taking time, I think we have two speakers in this fifth session. Uh, we have expert from the this two areas, and it's as you know that the issue of the traffic and parking, which is the very uh, crucial issue or burning issue for the cities, metropolitan cities particularly, and who have given their expertise and significant contribution in this area. That kind of facility we have in with us this for the session. So big clap should be for the Ashok Datar sir. और जोर से होना चाहिए claps. Thank you, sir. I think without taking time, I'm inviting to sir for his sharing views and guidance for us on the issue of environmental, social network, and traffic and parking, whatever he decides. So please welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. So class should be continue for this, sir.
I'm very happy to Dr. Sarvanya, Vivekananda Foundation, and that you have come in such a large number of all the young people. I'm very happy to be amongst you. I had a background in Vivekananda Mission because my father and mother were both disciples of Ramkrishna Paramhans and Vivekananda. My mother used to speak Bengali because of to be able to follow Vivekananda in his language. And I very benefited during my childhood from all the learnings from Vivekananda and as well as his guru Ramkrishna Paramhans. By training, I am economist, and by last 25 years, I have devoted to the subjects of traffic, primarily in Mumbai, but I have visited many remarkable cities in the world in how they manage the traffic and mobility. And that included the famous cities like Bogota, which is considered the ultimate in the traffic management, that is Latin America. Latin America as a region is much more advanced than Europe or America. I would like to tell you that. It is not commonly known. As well as London, Istanbul, and Guangzhou, and Shanghai, and of course Tokyo. Tokyo is one of the great ultimate city in terms of a city of 3 crore people, which has got their metro, or what we call, their metros are treated like locals. In the sense, their metros are as good as our metros, but in terms of volume of usage, they are like our locals. So there are more than 1.5 crore people are using their metro. Compare that to our metro usage 6 lakhs, which is minuscule. I hope one day it will grow to be sizable enough to suit the Mumbai's population. Now, I'm very happy the way this worded the whole invitation. It says of ideas and action and for sustainability. I think these words are all very important. I have seen a lot of ideas have been talked about, but very little action. And that has been generally the policy, especially the more difficult, more unpleasant policies. And I'm sorry to say that I'm going to have to play devil's advocate and also tell or identify the things that we have not done. I thought so far we have heard of what things have been done, but I would like to identify in humble way that what things we have simply forgotten. Forget about doing, but we are not even forgotten. Parking, I would say, is one of the most important subjects. According to me, parking would have solved the problem of traffic, which has been created by the infrastructure. I would say infrastructure is spending money and creating problem. I mean, you may feel, what is this, what you're talking about it? But that is the truth, unfortunately, because every time you create a new highway, then it creates demand. As Professor Mishra said earlier, rightly so, that it is not only the issue between point A to point B, but what happens at point A and surrounding areas. Now, you may be coastal road, you have Eastern Freeway, and you have MTHL, unfortunately, Mumbai's people are only 12% people own cars, out of which 6% people own two or more cars per family, and 75% people do not have cars. Now, I like the best part of our Prime Minister Modi is the Sabka Saath, Sabka Vishwas. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. And I would always follow that principle along with Vivekananda's principle that let us talk of Sabka Saath and Sabka Vikas. And then I feel little problem. Most of our projects, very highly expensive projects like metro, coastal road, MTHL, all these are, I'm sorry to say, they are serving only the top 20%, meaning 12% of the car owners and 8% of the people who can afford to use taxis, Ola, Uber, whatever it may be. 80% people can use only locals or buses. Even metro, with the fare of metro, let us just, now I will talk mostly numbers because traffic is all about numbers. So let me please bear with me and patient be with me and hear the numbers, the real numbers, not imagination or forecast. I would like to know what happened today, what happened yesterday. In fact, today, I was very keen to hear earlier programs. I live at Mahim. Now, at my age, I can't travel by public transport. I have to use car. I'm very sorry, apologetic for that. But when I came now today, I found that at VT, when I came via that JJ flyover, the time that it took was 12 minutes. Earlier, I used to come to BMC, and in fact, I always use my watch and I always use my calculator. And I found that it used to be 2 to 3 minutes just before COVID. I would reference point what was the situation before COVID and what is now. And then I found out that time has increased by 4 times in the last 4 years, 4 times. That means what it was 2 to 3 minutes, it has become 9 to 12 minutes. One has to stop at VT. If you are in the car, if you are in the bus, also the same thing. Now, yesterday I went to meet some friend in Goregaon, near Goregaon Metro. And there's a famous Dindoshi Junction. I'm sure many of you must be familiar with that. There, I had a problem. I will just try to quantify what has happened. That I was trying to come back from that Oberoi Mall and coming on the left turn, which is normally easy turn. People feel the left turn is not a problem. The right turn is a problem. So left turn, when I wanted to turn at Oberoi Mall to Western Express Highway. And can you believe it? It was another same thing, 4 times it was going, but that's what I used to take. Because every time I use my watch and find out what is the time it takes to turn left on the highway. What was happening? Because a lot of people from Oberoi Mall who wanted to come out of that mall and wanted to go either straight or turn right, go towards north. But I was poor man stuck in the left lane. And I was just waiting, singing, hearing songs on the tape recorder one after another. And there's nothing happening, no traffic was moving. So I feel that this is what has been achieved so far by all the infrastructure investiture. Now, we have proposed, for example, to MMRDA, BMC, Traffic Police, and Western Railways that, do you know, in the year of 2024, which has already started, and the first project was inaugurated yesterday by our dear Prime Minister of MTHL. That was one project. Number 2 project will be, hopefully, the first part of metro will start in next 2-3 months. The third project, Coastal Road, that is also partly it will be started in next 2-3 months. And then the remaining, both second part of the metro or second part of the Coastal Road will be completed hopefully by September, October. I feel now they have been already delayed enough, so it is high time that they will actually make it this time. And the fourth project, which I think is perhaps the most effective project of all, nobody has talked about it. And that project, I would like to let us look at it. You remember next January, try to look at the newspapers and see what has happened. Now, Western Railway is adding 2 tracks from Khar to Borivali, out of which I think Goregaon part, I think they are just completed. So I feel that how much that local train achieves and how much the Metro 9, I am very, very eagerly waiting at the Mahim. I am very near the bus station, near the station. If that it has started, I would have come by the train to here because there is a station very near here. So I would not have bothered to take the car and all that. So I hope really that because so far Metro 1, which is really a wonderful location that is run by Reliance between, what is it, Warsaw to Ghatkopar. That has also, over the period of time, although the target was 6 lakh, it is still not reached, it's reached 4.5 lakh. Now, Metro 2A has a target of 8 lakhs, but it has reached only 2 lakhs. So that is something very seriously wrong. What happens is that now I would like to understand the Metro by January 2025. What is the ridership that will take place by Metro 9, which has a target of 18 lakhs people will carry? And let us see how much they perform. Do they perform 3 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 12 lakhs? What? Because, and what is the performance of the Western Railway with 2 additional tracks? Now, today there are 4 tracks, out of which 2 tracks are used mostly for some fast trains and some long distance trains. And these days, after the AC locals, they also require, for each AC local, you have to reduce the 2 normal locals. So this is a negative effect for common non-AC people. For AC people, it is comfort, but there is a problem for the non-AC, that is again sabka saath, sabka vikas. So sabka vikas is a little far away. And I am not sure whether we are really going in that direction. Let us hope we'll actually go. Now, so we have requested, just look at it like this thing. Traffic is a very quantitative subject. For example, there is a per hour, per lane. Can you imagine what is the throughput of that? How many cars it can go in per hour? Now, like what is happening in the Bandra-Worli ceiling, there are about 1,300 to 1,400 cars per hour, which is a no disturbance, smooth traffic kind of, which is ideally it is supposed to be 1,500 cars per hour or vehicles. And that buses could be up to maximum up to 400 to 500, where normally 3 cars is equal to 1 bus. I'm deliberately telling you these some simple numbers, but these numbers are very important in terms of traffic. Without numbers, we can't say there is a lot of traffic or there is traffic jam. I thought it is, we have started this technique of quantifying it. Let us see how much. Can we say 10%, 20%, or what is the capacity utilization? What is the throughput per hour? So these are the simple quantitative numbers, but I'm very sorry to say that I think these concerned departments in Maharashtra or Mumbai, such as traffic police, such as MMRDA, BMC, don't seem to care much for the numbers. They have not bothered to count out how many vehicles throughput per hour, how many. It is quite simple. All you have to take is put a camera on the road, and what we do, and just take a video for 1 hour, and then connect this to a laptop and just keep on counting like a cricket score: run, 1 run, 4 run, 1 run, whatever it may be, number of cars, number of buses, number of trains, and then we know what is the share of buses that is public transport. Because let us look at it like this thing: railways and metro will have limit; they can't reach everywhere, whereas buses and cars on the road can reach virtually all parts of the city. So they can turn also. They don't have the restriction like railways. They can't turn so sharp and all that. So cars, buses, two-wheelers and cycles, and of course pedestrians, they can run anywhere and everywhere. So it is perhaps would have been more important to give focus to governance and to give focus to what reaches everybody, and then we could create less last mile connectivity. Now last mile connectivity happens first because of railways, but Mumbaikars were smart. They built all the population around each railway station, whether it is Vileparle, whether it is Santa Cruz, whether it is Khar, whether it is Chembur, whether it is Ghatkopar, all these things. So populations are automatically gravitated. So people used to go from there. So those days, all workplaces were at VT and Churchgate. And that time, why? I think there is a reason also we must understand. The whole concept of business district, that is all gone now. It is 19th, after IT, that is all dead and finished. So now now we know, we have seen also, you can have office at your own home. You can have connect through the web, laptop, or phone, and you can connect with anybody in the world. And simultaneously, you can communicate, write, share, all kind of things. So I thought we should not worry about any more business district. Rather, business district is a bad thing for the 21st century. It was okay for 20th century, but not in the current century. Because as a result of that, then we create congestion. So everybody going in the morning to south and in the evening coming from north, south to north. Why does it have to happen? Why could we not have, why the hell MMRDA developed first Nariman Point, then the BKC? Now they are doing Andheri. Why did you not do it at Chembur? Why did you not do it at further south? And then allow people also, and now what is happening, we are only, land is allowed to be sold only to rich people in Mumbai. Well, let us understand it, because now that you are, what you are doing, you are selling by FSI. So municipality is making a lot of money out of that. And that is supposed to be using for coastal road, which I think is a haram ka paisa hai. FSI money is really sin money. And that we are trying to use for coastal road, which is going to be used by 2% of people. So I think let us understand the focus on numbers. Let us not just say it will be easy, make travel easy. It will make travel easy for 2% of people. 98% people, it will have no effect. They will have effect when road vehicles from coastal road come to the city at the junctions. They will create a problem. I think that was very highlighted very well by Professor Mishra earlier, and I would like to highlight further by continuous counting. We use people to count, video counting, whether it is JJ flyover, whether it is Western Express Highway, whether it is Dharavi, or so many roads. And on Western Express Highway, we are done particularly. So I feel that the real solution, governance solution, we have somehow forgotten about governance. We are only worried about investment solution. Governance solutions would be two to solve problem of Bombay. One is the parking, and two is the bus lane. Because they require very little money. In fact, they can, parking will earn money. London city earns 250 million pounds from parking. We earn 2 crore rupees. Whereas problem of parking in Mumbai is more acute. Do you know, out of 20 lakh cars in Mumbai, 5 lakh to 7 lakh cars are parked 24 hours on the road. They don't move at all, 360 days. So that is, many of the cars are almost, they keep on gathering dust so that you realize that it has not been used. A dust accumulated car means it is not used. So all it does, occupy a space of a hut, which creates problem for the poor people that you are, so 5 lakh huts would have solved the problem of housing in Mumbai. And the real cost of the housing is land, not construction cost. Construction cost is 1/10 that of a land cost. So if we could have easily provided, instead of parking to people who don't bother, and car requires parking. Buses don't require parking because buses have depot, and buses and even taxis, they keep on running back and forth. Whereas cars run 2 hours a day and 22 hours they are parked. Whether they are parked on the road or inside your house. Tokyo has a rule that you cannot buy a car unless you have covered inside parking place. Even then, Tokyo has a lot of cars and land is very costly there. But their rule is rule. Okay. So I feel that we have to use some wisdom and use the numbers. And for example, give me 2 minutes. I will stop it. Yes. See that we have a car requires 4 square meter. All there is a Mumbai, everybody understands FSI, everybody understands square foot, price of square foot and value of a square foot. So a car takes about 4 meter by 2 meter. So 8 square meter is a occupy car sitting. Plus it takes more space aage piche because you have to allow for to avoid accident. So out of that 8 square feet are used for 2 persons. Normally that cars are used by 2 persons and excluding driver, that should be, the driver is not really needed. Now a bus which takes a 12 meter long, 2.5 meter wide. That means a 30 square meter. 30 square meter can use 40 persons. So that means a bus requires 1/6 of the space or 1/8 of the space of a car. So it is obviously logical, if we want to make an efficient space use, then we should use more buses. Now we ran one bus lane, which was a concept which was not, but that was first bus lane in India, was inaugurated and still installed at the instance, at the behest of our Prime Minister Modi in Ahmedabad. That bus lane is running well, which was actually, that time I understand from the people who ran that bus lane, Mr. Modi personally took the interest when he was the chief minister and spent hours to see the bus lane there. But now, poor man, he has gone to Delhi now, and I think the states are remaining backward. So we have been continuously approaching. Why don't you? So once they run one bus lane at BKC, and that bus lane, there was spectacular result. I would not just say good result. Within 3 days, it did not require 3 years. It was only built in 3 months because it did not cost money. It did not occupy traffic. But we ran buses at the rate of 150 buses per hour. That means every 20 or 30 seconds bus would come. That was running from Kurla station to Bandra station. There was a little gichad at near Kurla and near Bandra. I wish municipality could have made it cleaner there. But they have no time for such things. They have all the time for selling and making money out of FSI. So, it is, but that bus lane ran so well, it increased double the ridership of buses, and it reduced the traffic jam for the cars. Cars also ran smoothly because all buses are in one lane and then all cars in 3 other lanes. There's a 4-lane road, BKC road. And it was, everybody successful. But then, for no reason, a spectacularly successful project was abandoned, and now nobody wants to talk about bus lane. I feel it is very shameful that is where comes the ideas and action. Action is many times in traffic is always missing. Sorry to say that. I am devil's advocate in this case, because we talk of all grand projects. Now let us look at it after 2 years. What is the number of people who are using it? I don't want, since there is a limit of time, I don't want to say anything further. The bus lane and the parking are the 2 solutions which are far more effective than all those projects. We should have that. I'm not against metro, but we should use a bus lane which costs nothing and metro which costs 10,000, 18,000, 20,000 rupees per crore rupees per line. So I think we should be little more wise, spend more money on health, spend more money on education, spend more money on poor people housing. Mumbai is one city, remarkably bad city about it. It has not bothered 1 square foot of space for affordable housing. Poor people live in a horrible slums. And now slum has become also terrible commodity. So the great PMAY, Prime Minister Awas Yojana, Mumbai city is one city, 0 performance. That is, housing has to be related to traffic. I will not take your time more. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. NSS style clap should be for the sir. We should encourage to sir, because really, sir, you given that insights on the very important issue. Thank you. Sir has highlighted actually very significant issue of the public transport and so on. I will briefly talk later on. So without taking time, I'm now inviting to next speaker, who is actually a social activist, Gopal Javeri sir. Big clap should be for the sir. Sir is the social activist, and I think it's a very enthusiastic personality. So sir, without taking time, please. Sir,
My dear brother and sister, ये जो सेंटेंस है, ये सेंटेंस इस स्टेज से ज्यादा लायक किधर नहीं हो सकता. So one clap for Swami Vivekananda ji, my dears and brothers and sisters, please. Friends, I am not a IS officer, not a professor, not a principal, not having any data to share with you. So please get up. जो सोए हुए अपने आजू बाजू वाले से उठा लो. I am having a very funny things to share with you all. So please get up yourself wherever you are. Good morning. So can I take this mic? Please. See, बहुत सारी चीजें बोली गई मुंबई के बारे में. मैं कुछ फैक्ट्स देता हूं मुंबई के बारे में. देख लीजिए, मुंबई एक ऐसा सिटी है जिससे 66 मिलियन ईयर्स पहले फॉर्म हुआ. आज गिलबर्ट हिल अंधेरी स्टेशन के पास है. ठीक है. मुंबई को माया नगरी बोलते हैं क्योंकि मुंबई परशुराम भगवान ने बनाया था, क्योंकि उनको वहां से तुंगारेश्वर शंकर गया. भगवान राम ने वाल्केश्वर में बाण मार के बाणगंगा मनाया. वहां से हिस्ट्री चालू हो रही है. मराठास आए, पोर्टुगीज आए, सल्तनतें आई, ब्रिटिशर्स आए. हम सबको हिस्ट्री मालूम है. बट डू यू नो कि मुंबई इज द सिटी ऑफ केव्स. मुंबई में स्तूपा है. हाँ, नालासोपारा में स्तूपा है. मुंबई में बुद्धिस्ट केव्स है. मुंबई इज द सिटी ऑफ टेम्पल. सब लोग बोलते हैं कि वाराणसी इज द सिटी ऑफ टेम्पल, but the Mumbai is the only city in the world which is not having only Hindu temples or the mosque or the churches, but यहाँ पे synagogue भी है, यहाँ पे Japanese temple भी है वर्ली में, और Chinese temple भी है मस्गांव में. It is the only city which is having all the religion of the world. Mumbai is the only city where you find the mountain, you found the forest, the rivers, you find the mangroves and the beaches. And not this all. Our forest of Mumbai is having the world's highest population of leopard. The 250 species of birds and 162 species of butterfly, which is not there in entire UK. The 4 rivers which comes out from Mumbai and goes to mangroves, the world's most beautiful Bengal tiger, we're having a Sundarban. Mumbai is having 18 species of mangroves. We having 9 species of mangroves. And still the worst pollution you see the Mumbai is having. फिर भी मुंबई के अंदर डॉल्फिन विजिट करती है. मरीन लाइफ जिंदा है. जो लोकल ट्रेन को हम कोस रहे हैं कि ऐसी है वैसी है, ट्रांसपोर्ट अच्छा नहीं है, वो 75 मिलियन पीपल, मतलब 75 लाख लोगों को रोज लेके जाती है. और कितना चर्चगेट से दानो, वीटी से करजत, कसारा, पनवेल, ये सब ट्रेन को जोड़ दो ना तो अर्थ का दिन में 3 राउंड लेती है. दैट्स नॉट ऑल. ये 75 लाख लोग का 100 कंट्री में इसका पॉपुलेशन भी नहीं है. ये मुंबई मेट्रो है, मुंबई की ट्रेनें हैं. ये भी यहां खत्म नहीं होता. जिस बीएसटी को हम बोल रहे 43 लाख पैसेंजर्स पर डे भी ये लेके जा सकती है. और ये सेकेंड लार्जेस्ट सिस्टम है जो वर्ल्ड की सबसे ज्यादा, सेकेंड पुरानी सिस्टम है आफ्टर अ लंदन बस सिस्टम, जो 900 घोड़े के साथ चालू हुई थी. और इसको हम आज भी बोल रहे हैं कि ये नई काम का है. हमें ये प्रॉब्लम है, वो प्रॉब्लम है. प्रॉब्लम सब जगह है, मैं मानता हूं, पर इसका प्रॉब्लम है किधर? देयर इज अ डेटा, देयर इज अ सॉल्यूशन. हम चांद पे जा सकते हैं, हम मार्स पे जा सकते हैं. जिसका खर्चा ऑटो के मीटर से कम आता है उतने में तो हम मार्स में जाके आए, पर यहाँ ऑटो का परवड़ता नहीं है. तो व्हाट इज द रीजन बिहाइंड दिस? वेयर मुंबई इज गोइंग बिहाइंड? प्रॉब्लम क्या है? जो आज बात हो रही है सस्टेनेबल मुंबई की, सबको मालूम है प्लास्टिक यूज नहीं करना है, गैस का ये प्रॉब्लम है. 41 लाख करोड़ रुपीस का मुंबई स्टैंड स्टिल में फ्यूल्स करता है. एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स ये है, हमारा रिवर का कंडीशंस ये है. सॉल्यूशन भी है. मैं तो गूगल नहीं बताना चाहता क्योंकि मैं तो गोपाल हूं. गूगल तुम सब लोग के पास है. इजीली अवेलेबल सॉल्यूशंस नहीं मिल सकते, और मेरे पास कोई बड़ा चीज नहीं है. सॉल्यूशंस जिस किताब में से क्वेश्चन होता है उसी किताब के अंदर सॉल्यूशन होता है कि नहीं होता है? आप इतने साल से पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, जिस क्वेश्चन पेपर का जो क्वेश्चन जो बुक से आता है उसका जवाब कहां पे होता है? उसी बुक में वो जवाब होता है. डेवलपमेंट प्लान ऑफ अ मुंबई which is made in 1967, revised in 1991 and 2014-34. Any architectural students is over here? Please raise your hand. ये डेवलपमेंट जो प्लान है, इसको आप जब देखोगे इसके अंदर ही सॉल्यूशंस है. पहला सॉल्यूशन है, आज बात कर रहे, टाइम नहीं है, मुंबई के ट्रैफिक का. अविनाश प्लीज गूगल स्लाइड लेना. तो यहां पे जब आप देखोगे कुछ तो भी गूगल स्लाइड अगर पॉसिबल है यहाँ पे, तो ये साइड पे देखिए कि ये एक एरिया है कांदीवली का, और यहाँ पे जो ब्लू लाइन से मार्क की हुई पूरी पोइसर रिवर है, वन ऑफ द मोस्ट पॉल्यूटेड रिवर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड। और जितना भी रेड मार्क का एरिया है ना, ये स्लम्स है। 65% ऑफ मुंबई इज इन स्लम्स। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड लेना। वो रेलवे लाइन है, ये वेस्टर्न एक्सप्रेस हाईवे है। अविनाश नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। तो ये जो पूरा कंडीशंस है, आज इतना देख रहे हो, ऐसे डेवलपमेंट प्लान्स है जो व्हाट्सएप पे या सॉरी आप ऐप डाउनलोड करके ये प्लान को देख सकते हो। अभी इस प्लान के अंदर जितने भी येलो मार्किंग्स है उतने रोड्स ही मिसिंग है। जहां जहां भी रहे ये मिसिंग रोड्स है। ये मिसिंग रोड्स मुंबई के 50% रोड्स है ना जो प्लानिंग में है। 67 से 50 साल हो गए हमने वो रोड को इंप्लीमेंट नहीं किया, और हम उसका आंसर ढूंढ रहे हैं जो डीपी प्लान के अंदर है। दूसरी बात है, ये डीपी प्लान खाली मैंने एक जगह का बताया क्योंकि आज टाइम नहीं है। यहां से आप अगर माहिम जंक्शन पे जाते हो, माहिम जंक्शन पे 3 रोड आके मिलती है, वीर सावरकर रोड, लेडी जमशेदजी रोड, तुलसी पाइपलाइन रोड, और एक बॉटल नेक पे आप माहिम कॉजवे पे डालते हो। बाकी की रोड प्लान में थी नहीं, क्या उसको क्या सबब से कनेक्शन नहीं है? तुलसी पाइपलाइन रोड जैसे माहिम चर्च पे राइट रहती है, सबब में कनेक्शन है। धारावी टी जंक्शन जिसको बोलते हो, आगे के वो क्रॉस जंक्शन से आगे के रोड मिसिंग है। वैसे मुंबई की 50% रोड्स डेवलपमेंट प्लान में 50 साल से मिसिंग है। ये लापता सड़कें मुंबई का ट्रैफिक बनाती है। दूसरी बात है पार्किंग। हम सबको मालूम है कि हमने पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट यूज करना चाहिए, हमने बसेस यूज करनी चाहिए, हमने प्लास्टिक की बॉटल्स नहीं यूज करनी चाहिए, पर क्या प्रैक्टिकल है? तो प्रैक्टिकल बात ये करते हैं कि मुंबई के अंदर व्हीकल रहने वाले हैं, जब भी मोबाइल 18 रुपया और 8 रुपया इनकमिंग और आउट गोइंग था ना, यूज करना प्रॉब्लम होता था। आदमी काट के, मोस्ट ऑफ यूर नॉट फ्रॉम दैट जनरेशन, सब 20 साल के हो आप लोग, पर ऐसा था कि लोग मोबाइल को काट के पीसीओ ढूंढते थे कि भाई 18 रुपया नहीं परवड़ेगा, 8 रुपया नहीं परवड़ेगा। इतना अबंडेंस पार्किंग मुंबई क्रिएट कर सकता है। जितना भी बीएसटी के स्टॉपेजेस है, बस स्टॉप है, 400 एकड़ में बीएसटी के पास प्रॉपर्टी है जो बेची जा रही है। कुर्ला डेपो बेच दिया, ओशिविरा डेपो बेच दिया। आज उस प्रॉपर्टी पे अगर वर्टिकल पार्किंग बनाते हैं, बीएसटी विल अर्न मनी, और रिक्शा और टैक्सी जो रोड पे पेट्रोल की लाइन लगाते हैं ना, वो रोड से उसके अंदर आ जाएंगे, उसका पैसा भी बीएसटी पंप्स को मिलेगा। पर नहीं, ये थॉट प्रोसेस ये हमको पैदा करना है लोगों में। ऐसा नहीं है बुक के अंदर नहीं है, मैं कुछ नया नहीं बोल रहा हूं, पर गूगल से बाहर जाके भी कुछ सोचना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हर चीज गूगल के अंदर होती तो हर चीज सॉल्व होती, और ये चीज में उससे भी बाहर नहीं। ये ऐप के अंदर आप डेवलपमेंट प्लान उठा हुआ है मुंबई का 2040-34, और सब चीजें मार्क्ड है, और हर चीज को आपको देखना पड़ेगा। और हर चीज आप बड़ी नहीं बना सकते, हर चीज बेस्ट बना सकते, और ये बेस्ट मुंबई को क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा। दिस विल क्रिएट, क्योंकि मैं जिस हिसाब से मुंबई के लिए बात की आपने कि इट इज जस्ट टेकिंग द 100 कंट्रीज, खाली ट्रेन में लेके जाता है। 50 lakhs इज द फ्लोटिंग पॉपुलेशन ऑफ सिटी। एक अहमदाबाद रोज सुबह इधर आता है, शाम को वापस घर चले जाता है। ये सिटी में ताकत है। जिस सी वार्ड को हम गंदा गंदा भुलेश्वर कालबा देवी बोलते हैं, कभी उसको बराबर से मैप में देखना कि क्राफर्ड मार्केट से लेके पाईधुनी तक आपको दुनिया की कौन सी चीज नहीं मिलती। आपको वहां पे डायमंड मार्केट से लेके जवेरी बाजार से लेके क्लॉथ मार्केट, उसको जैसे प्रोफेसर ने बात किया कि वो उस एरिया को नॉन ट्रैफिक एरिया करेंगे तो वर्ल्ड का बिगेस्ट मॉल है वो, जाके अंदर दुनिया के हर धर्म से, हर रीति रिवाज के साथ लोग रह सकते हैं। हम उसको दुनिया को शोकेस कर सकते। टाइम स्क्वायर से बड़ा टाइम बम वो फाड़ सकता है दुनिया का, पर हमारा जो विलिंगनेस है वो कैसे क्रिएट करना है, दैट इज क्रिएटेड बाय हार्ट, नॉट बाय गूगल। डेटाज है, डेटाज अवेलेबल है, सॉल्यूशंस अवेलेबल है, सजेशंस अवेलेबल है, इम्प्लीमेंटेशंस भी अवेलेबल है, और हम कर रहे, ऐसा नहीं है नहीं कर रहे। नहीं तो आज मुंबई हिंदुस्तान को 25% इनकम टैक्स देता है, हिंदुस्तान को हम आज की तारीख में 28% रेलवे रेवेन्यू देते हैं। 6.43% इंडिया का जीडीपी में मुंबई का हक है, और इसके साथ 50% यहां से जो चीजें एक्सपोर्ट होती इस लैंड से होती है, और इसके बावजूद भी 40 लोग रोज ट्रेन से इसी जगह से मरते हैं गिर के, क्योंकि मुंबई कर बोलता नहीं। दिस इज द वे यू हैव टू टॉक, कि मुंबई कर ने बोलना चाहिए कि ये 40 लोगों में से कल हमारा और तुम्हारा भाई होगा, दोस्त होगा, क्योंकि ये मांगोगे तो मिलेगा। मुंबई देता है सिर्फ इंडियन मैप का 0.001% लैंड हम यूज करते हैं, और 13.5 घंटा एक मुंबई कर काम करता है। दुनिया का कोई सिटीजन 13.5 घंटा काम नहीं करता, एंड दिस इज द फैक्ट। और फिर भी पॉल्यूशन 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 है, पर कहां से है? सॉल्यूशन भी है। कहां से है? हमारे पास है। साथ में चलो, साथ में मिलो। और मैं मुंबई मार्च टीम से हूं। आई थैंक माय टीम एंड विवेकानंद यूथ कनेक्शंस कि जिन्होंने ये अपॉर्चुनिटी दी। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर लिसनिंग मी, एंड 3 cheers फॉर मुंबई। हिप 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 हिप। थैंक यू सर।
I think sir, आप सब जाग गए अभी? Yes, really thank you, Gopal sir. You just I think given the real speech. Big clap should be for this sir. Thank you sir, and in that same I think spirit, I will try to keep 2-3 views from the economics background, because I'm professor from economics and University of Mumbai. So I think which I also studied about the Mumbai, and which the connect subject which is very very relevant to the youth. I think sustainability or sustainable Mumbai, because all the consumption which is going to rise, and really we will keep this saving to the future generation or not is a big question. We are now living in the 5G, will come in the 6G, but 3G is very important. Jal, Jamin or Jungle. Agar ye nahi rahega, so we can't survive. So I think I would like to congratulate to the organizer who selected this subject for the today's this seminar on the occasion of National Youth Day and that programs. 2-3 things really, friends, very very important. I think panelists already shared. That is Mumbai is the city which is the fulfilling dream of everyone. And here, as you know, that the people's coming from the very rural background, poor background, but getting the big and top that kind of positions due to this kind of support of the city. So this is the credit of this city. Historically, thing which are the very very favorable to the city, and as you know that the attraction which comes from this kind of motivation. 2-3 things as a research of economics. What I feel about the Mumbai is a little bit important. Now in a day, due to overcrowd in the Mumbai city, what we are facing, because I was initiated one study on the traffic congestion, and that traffic congestion which shown that the so much wastage of the manpower in the value of terms in the rupees, and that I would like to share what I get. I considered a few points for my primary work, and what I get during the normal period and traffic period, means which the period after the office and rainy season. That two conditions I checked. In the normal period, where the 2 kilometer we passed within the 10 minutes, which points around some points with the support of my students I investigated. So for the average 2 kilometers we are crossing within the 10 minutes in the normal period, but during the office period and rainy season particularly, I investigated 2 times how much we are getting time. So I get it 55 in an average minutes which were spent in the same that the length of road. It means 45 minutes which excess time we are wasting in this due to the traffic congestion, which was my outcome of my research field based. And in the terms of money, I calculated 2 3 things which was I feel important for the youth and we should inspire for the research. I think which that 45 additional minutes I converted in the fuel consumption, how much we are spending, which get around 110 rupees, which was the excess cost of that fuel consumption, which we are spending due to this traffic congestion. In terms of money, means who are the working? Some are the rickshaw people, some are the service people, some are the businessmen. So their average income of that 45 minutes, which I calculate around 125 rupees. And these are the two costs I considered in the economics. But beyond that, the many costs are there due to the traffic congestions and accidents. We are losing so many things. So which came in the calculation 255 rupees per day each of the that user of car rickshaw user were spent excess amount from that the survey which I captured. I calculated in the per day whereas the 90 lakh people are traveling in the Mumbai as per the data sources. I checked from the different sources and I calculated more than 200 crores we are losing our sources due to the traffic congestions. So this is the fact which I captured in my research. So that thing where I think in the earlier time talked with the Maharashtra Times Summit and that, and it was happened little bit debate. But it is the fact. So what is the solution? I will, because we don't have time. So very quickly, what I found that what are the solutions for this? What are the, first of all, challenges for this? Challenges is the overcrowd. Around 19th century or 1911, our total population which was around the 11 lakh, and in the 2011 after the century we got around a 1 crore and 24 that is the size of increment which around the more than the 963% increment of the population which happened in the Mumbai, not in the that suburb means Thane and that which is not considered. So how much time we increase this the size of population is overcrowd. And as per the international standard, what should be the ideal that the frequency of vehicles on the road is a 350, but our frequency of that vehicles is a 950. So 3-4 times which is higher than that the normal scenario or more normal that criteria of that standard. So these are the challenges for Mumbaikars, policymakers, to the activists, and I think the academicians. Yeah, how to tackle, how to give solution for that. But if we are coming on the solutions, there is the solutions are available. When we have extra or overcrowded scenario, our resources are limited in the terms of economics. So we should use two things. One is the effective management. But I get that also through the research. In the management, many vacancies are there in the traffic traffic department or that RTO department. So that management which required the manpower, because which found we that in a very short time that the route choice model or management, suppose we will use that the technology in the little bit that avoid of traffic congestion. And I think during the COVID we get that work from home shifting and public uses of the vehicles or that public transportation are the best solutions for this the traffic congestions. I think due to the time congestion or time constraint, I very briefly try to just highlight my things from that my point of view, whatever studied in the economics, as in the that traffic congestion and parking. Because at the global level, that the various things which are very much counted in the that parking issues and that they are giving the significance. But I think we should much aware for the next 100 years, 50 years. Our plans is required for them that kind of then we will get little bit of smooth functioning or more, I think, saving of this kind of resources. So thank you so much for your patiently listen. And I think it was given responsibility me to moderate the session. So thank you to the both speakers who has given the wonderful experience they are shared, and their views are very, very significant. And I think we should follow for the Save Mumbai and Sustainable Mumbai. Thank you so much to the organizer, which given the opportunity for our sharing view. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for moderating the session. Uh, as we take the inspiration from all the respectable speakers here, as we all know what we have been learning since morning, all the experts are talking about being a change. So if we want to bring the change, we should be part of the change. We should initiate something. So I want to put up one terminology here. It is called sustainability stars. So can we all be sustainability stars here? Yes? Yeah? Is it a good terminology which we can all start with? Yeah? Okay, so as we all learned that it's about being a tolerant, it's about bringing the change. We have experts here to give us the solutions. They are there to give us the solutions. At the same time, they would like us to be part of it. So I invite all the youth here to be part of such great initiatives and be there not just for the summit, but whatever initiatives, whatever activities they do. I'm sure Gopal Zaveri sir has a lot of activities in their NGOs. Please be part of it. We would be organizing such summits and other activities in future. So always we are going to welcome you all, invite you all for these activities. So let us have a felicitation of our moderator and the speakers here. I request Dr. Rajesh to do so. Shri Ashok Datar sir. Let's have a big round of applause for him. Mr. Gopal Zaveri from River March. Thank you for the dynamic session, sir. And our moderator, Professor Dr. Suresh Main. Thank you so much, sir. Sir also spoke about his research work, and that's the reality, I suppose. Thank you so much for such a insightful session. And let us move forward for the next session. That's session number 6, Sustaining Local Food Culture in Mumbai. And we have our moderator, Shri Dinesh Nathani. His Asian hospitality trainer for the industry. And we have speakers here, Dr. Nishit Srivastav, Principal, JHM Mumbai, Dr. Shashikant Kekare, former Joint Commissioner, FDA, Government of Maharashtra, Dr. Gurvinder Bindra, Chairman, NACC, India, Mr. Sunil Malik, General Manager, Taj Hotels, Shri Jayant Kathe. He's a professor at Hospitality Management, Maharashtra State Skill University. We welcome all the experts on this. I request Shri Dinesh Nathani sir to start the session.
I'll do that. Check. All right. Good evening, everybody. Are not bad. Good evening. Bola sabne upar walo. Now I want you to clap for yourself. Without mind, because
is Dinesh Nathani. I've come from Pune. I represent Akohi. Students, can I have your attention, beta, please? Love you. Thank you. ये आने वाले 45 minutes ना, you will understand that all these dignitaries who are sitting on the dais, the experience bank, global bank of knowledge and wisdom. So please listen very carefully. We've already introduced them and got them on stage. I'm the moderator. I come from Pune. I have my company for the last 22 years. It's called Synergy with Energy. I'm an energy man. और पिछले 22 सालों से I have done 1,500 workshops and seminars for corporate, thank you, for corporate industries and educational institutions, pan-India and globally. I want you to sit with your back straight. Can you keep your bag down? नीचे रख दो bag. I'm sure most of you know that our nervous system, spiritual body has got 7 chakras. Yeah, I can see some of you know that. So very good. Swami Vivekananda said one of his most powerful statements. कौन बोल सकता है? Can anybody say one of his most powerful statement? Yes, beta. Arise, awaken, stop not until you achieve your goal. Right? There's another one. Save yourself from yourself. अपने आप को अपने आप से ही बचाओ. How powerful is that? Why? Because in the Gita, as Swami Vivekananda has read and imparted his knowledge, it is very clearly mentioned. Your own mind is your best friend. And the same mind can turn into your worst enemy. कोई बाहर से कुछ नहीं करता. We create our own life journey. That's why one more thing that Swami Vivekananda said, you are the creator of your own destiny. I love the silence right now. Silent, Listen. Silent, listen. You can only listen when you're silent. Not here. Silent in the mind. From morning you're here trying to learn something. All our life we learn until a time comes when that, जिसको भगवान खुदा गॉड बोलते हैं ना, वो learn में से L निकाल देगा. And what will you do? Earn. Earn what? Money? No. Name, fame, respect, confidence. So whichever part of Mumbai you come from or any other state, as students, listen in silence. So let's start this wonderful session, Sustaining Local Food Culture in Mumbai. Mumbai's culture and its food, we are all foodies. Which are the most famous food items? Let's start with the street food items. कौन से famous हैं? वड़ा पाव. अच्छा, और कौन सा है? Pani Puri. Pacha, Pani Puri is not from Maharashtra. It isn't. हाँ किधर? Gujarat. और क्या? What else is famous over here? Pav Bhaji. Absolutely. A very educated crowd, यार. हाँ? अभी इतने सब जो नाम बोल दिए अभी भूख भी लग रहा होगा ना? Okay, so I'm going to take the opportunity to start with Dr. Nishit Srivastav. You have to excuse me because he's the principal of Indian Hotel Management, your Dada Catering College. Can we hear it for him, please? Louder. So since we started, very nice, very nice. I love the energy. Since we started with street food, I'm going to ask a question to Sir. Do you feel that the street food vendors, जो बाकड़े होते हैं, stalls होते हैं छोटे मोटे, वहीं पे जाके खाते हैं because it's cheaper and it's tastier. So do you feel that the food vendors should be skilled to make their business more sustainable?
Good evening, audience, and especially Nathani sir, moderator. As I'm said, I'm principal of Dadar Catering College. In Asia, Dadar Catering College was the first college established in 1954. And the purpose of this college was to provide nutritious food to the masses, because in our Indian diets, we have only grain-based diet. Like if a junka bhak, if we take any rajma chawal, Punjabi kadhi chawal, anything. So no vegetable was part of it. So first thing it was, so that from that background, this college started to nutrition. And nutrition ke saath, training is one of the very, very important factor. So as sir said, is the skill required? Yes. If people, those who are serving or selling street food, they are master in their skill of producing the food. But if food is not eaten only with mouth, it is eaten with the eyes, because the first impression, the presentation matters, then eaten with nose, because whenever you are crossing through or some garam samosa tal raha ho, you automatically get attracted to it. So that is, and then it comes with the temperature. अगर अब वही बड़ा पाव एकदम ठंडा हो जाए तो तुम्हें खाने में, क्योंकि वो मतलब texture, so that is, so I know in this. So the person who is selling, yes, on the street is making very hot bread, everything, but the surrounding is also very important. That is, if dirty, you will think twice. Maybe you will buy but not eat there. And so the training is of skill is required in three segments. Number one, it is the presentation. It is not only the personal presentation, it is the area presentation. Both are important, because personal presentation, if the person is so much smelling his own sweat, you will not go nearby the person.
True.
So the personal grooming and the area training, these two are very important factor for any street food, and for that training is required. So this is grooming area. Second is presentation, because if he's serving food on the old newspaper ink itself is poisonous.
True.
So he's not serving food, he is serving some diseases. So he should be more and more, and that is why our Honorable Prime Minister also initiated that we should create edible cutlery, edible crockery, so that a person, it can be used after that also. So experiment is going on, some products are there, but the question is what we do. And we also, after eating, we throw the newspaper and this different place, though there is a dustbin, and the dustbin kept there is again open, no lid, so it employing lots of flies. So that is why training is required on how to serve, how to dispose of the waste, and how to keep the area clean. That is why I'm not taking much, because there are more segments in this. But for street vendors also, skill upgradation is very, very important to make it more palatable and more interesting and hygienic food.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can we hear a huge round of applause? As I said that the people you're going to be listening to, there is tremendous experience, exposure, traveling the world. Please understand. I would like to introduce a wonderful gentleman who is the chairman of ACOHI. It stands for Asian Countries. Suniye dhyan se, please. Asian Countries Chambers of Hospitality Industry. There are 41 boards across the globe. And that chairman is sitting here with us, Dr. Sunny of Sarmal. Can I please ask you to come on stage? Come. The second question is for Honorable Sunil Malik sir, who's the CEO, World Class Hospitality Consortium, USA. Can we hear it for him, please? Sunil
Hi,
sir,
everybody.
yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. Sunil sir, what could be done for sustainable methods for Mumbai cuisine to go international and catch the attention of foreign visitors?
That's a wonderful question. I really sort of appreciate. It's fantastic because that particular angle has never been talked about.
Right.
Let me first just introduce myself. Yes, my name is Sunil Malik, but I'm a Bombayite. मुंबईचा माणूस आहे मी मराठी बोलतो आणि मला सगळं माहित आहे कोणती गलीमध्ये काय खायचं. So, being a total Bombayite, born, brought up, educated, studied here in IHM Bombay, and having worked for the Taj Group of Hotels for nearly more than 2 decades.
Come on, guys.
And then moved on to various sort of places in Asia and Bangkok, Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Europe, or also right now in America, New York. But I have 1 foot in Bombay and 1 foot in USA, New York City. Now, let me just sort of tell you something about sustainability. I think people don't understand, what is sustainability. So I'm going to quote something which I've written down here. And this is from the Harvard University in Boston, where I do sort of lecture occasionally on hospitality management, financial management, and also what the youth can do in various factors. Sustainability means meeting our own needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. A very important definition, the simplest definition. If you understand that, then you can go ahead and we go forward to that. Sustainability refers to doing business without negatively impacting the environment, the community, or the society as a whole. Now, this sustainability is definitely connected in a very, very big way nowadays on a global level to ESG. Now, ESG is a big, big topic. Right now in Dubai, when we had this big conference, COP28, all the world leaders and Bloomberg and everybody was there. And of course, I had the opportunity to be there. But what does ESG really sort of mean? E stands for environment, S stands for social, G for governance. ESG is a tool used to measure the performance of a company, while sustainability is a broad principle that encompasses a range of business practices. Now, this is all quote unquote from a Harvard top professor. Now let's come down to the fact, which is what the topic, as my friend Nathani has told me. Yes, while I was working even at the Taj Mahal Hotel Colaba for many, many years, I started my life there. Oh, we had, I would say, more than 60% of our entire clientele, which was completely foreigners from all walks of life. But what happens? I was an expert in food and beverage, director of food and beverage for many, many years, handling a lot of restaurants, a lot of banqueting, everything. And the foreigners used to come to me, and they used to meet me in the lobby or, sometimes sort of outside, when they're sort of sitting in the restaurant, the bar, the rooftop, place. And they say, "Hey, Mickey, that's my name. Oh, why don't you suggest something which is very local and very, something which is I can go and enjoy and have, which is local, this is Maharashtrian flavor." I said, "Wow, are you ready to do that?" Says, "Yes, yes, of course, sir. We will definitely sort of try it out." I said, "It may be a little spicy, it may be a little bit, too sort of garlicky, it may be too much of oil. No problem, we don't mind trying it out." So it's coming to the point is, even behind the Taj Mahal Hotel Colaba, we had a lot of these hawkers who were there. They're there even today. It's called Badamiya. And there are lots of these pani puri stalls and, ragda patties and, everything. But I took them there once, a particular group, which came in from France. It was the Lindblad series. And they tried, a complete samosa ragda. And they said, "Oh my God, this is too spicy. This is too spicy. Yeah, what can we do? What can we do?" So they couldn't have it. Then finally, I took them to the pav bhaji, the original pav bhaji. Do you know where it was? It's from Sardarji at Tardeo Air Conditioned Market. It started there many, many decades ago. You were not born at that time.
True.
So that's Sardarji, the original pav bhaji. And what he had done, he had invented this entire pav bhaji is, he had some leftovers, from the morning, sabjis which you were making toward the restaurant. And so he said, "Oh, these sabjis, I can't sort of do anything, might as well sort of mix it up and do something about it." So he mixed the entire thing on an open tawa, and sort of put in a lot of tomato base, a lot of, maska, amul cha maska, ghalun. Chala achar, mast ekdam takadak karun. That turned out to be an absolute super novel cuisine of the day. But coming back to the point of what my friend Adani has said is, how do we make an impact of this local Maharashtrian cuisine? Amchi, Mumbai, a complete, say, snacket area or everything, to be palatable, enjoyable, and likable by the foreigners who come in here. I'll give an example of New York City, where I sort of spend a lot of my time. I have an office there. I have everything, hotels also operating there. In the streets of New York City, in Times Square right now, I've got pav bhaji, I've got vada pav, I've got Kailash Parbat, everything that you think of, even dabeli. Now, what did we do? There's a very good friend of mine called Vikas Khanna, and then all these big, sort of friends of mine, Sanjeev Kapoor and Harpal Singh Soki and everybody, they're all my, contemporaries, some of them junior to me. But they have created a novel cuisine which is typical Maharashtrian and local flavored. But what is the catch? The catch is, it's a catch-22 situation. You know what the catch is? Less spicy, less oily, and less of all this ginger garlic paste, which we normally use. So once they did that, you can't imagine, there is in San Francisco a restaurant which is part of our entire sort of hospitality called Wick's Chart House. I've got 400 seats there, and all 400 throughout the entire day is only seated by foreigners. And they have everything there. They have all the street food of Bombay. And my dear friends, who do you think is on the topmost list? Because we make an analysis, what sort of happening every day, sort of what's, number of sort of dishes which are sold, which are not sold, what's the upmarket, what do we use, so you can, use the entire ingredients, that kind of material comes in from a, stores issue, purchase, and then sort of production area. The number one was pav bhaji. Just imagine, the number one seller of that place is pav bhaji. Now, coming back again, we have got a lot of these tourists coming in to India. Thanks to our Prime Minister, Modi ji, he has been all over the entire world and really promoting Indian tourism. The number of tourists coming into our country is very, very large compared to what it was just about 5 years back. So we have a demand for all new hotels, new resorts, new restaurants, quick service restaurants. They're all coming in. And what is the catch there again? People have adapted. All our chefs over there, Commi 1, Commi 2, Commi 3, sous chef, chef de partie, executive chefs, all over the entire sort of outlets, they've adapted to having a special complete menu for foreigners, which is mentioned on top, less spicy, less oily, and not much of ginger garlic paste. And that is what we need. We need all the entire industry to learn how to adapt to the foreign palate. The foreign sort of taste bud is different. So that's what I would say is we must sort of inculcate the entire theory of the palate of the foreigners. There'd be, Americans, French, German, everywhere. And they have to sort of get used. And there are the number of people who are coming in, even at the Taj, or even at, the JW Marriott in Jew, they go right up to, opposite our, that college at Ville Parla. And they are, on that entire street, they're having all the stuff. They're having dosa, and they're having, sort of that complete sandwich, grill, which is there, apart from pani puri and ragda patties and, sev parada puri and, all this dev parada puri. So we have to adapt. That's my only sort of suggestion to the entire sort of hospitality world here. And of course, to government also. But an important fact, which I hope I'm not taking too much time,
No,
right? Just 2 minutes more. What the foreigner really looks for is hygienic conditions. Now that's where it is. So whether it's a crockery, cutlery, glassware, or the actual sort of preparation, it has to be hygienically controlled. All your entire equipment should be clean and neat. All your disposables should be absolutely taken into a particular stride. So that's the only thing. Once we have the hygienic conditions prevailing in our street food, then the foreigners will definitely sort of come more and more. And of course, we have to educate all the hoteliers in Mumbai and in Maharashtra that they should definitely sort of have a complete session where the concierge of a hotel can tell the local sort of foreigners coming or the groups coming or the group leader that please, you can try this, and we have in our own restaurant. So that's it. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Malik sir. Huge round of applause, guys. He having traveled the world, he having stayed in foreign locations. Can I request you to be silent? Silent, guys. Love you. Thank you. All this knowledge and wisdom. In fact, what sir was just talking about, the key word in Indian street food and its sustainability is in hygiene. That's the key word, actually. We all want to go out and eat street food, but the worst part is when we look at the setups, the way they are, the pani puri wala, we've seen it. Unka sweat गिर रहा है, वही पूरे हाथ से हिला रहे हैं. देखा है नहीं देखा है? Yes or no? अच्छा, कोई पीछे बोल रहा है उसमें ही तो स्वाद है. I would like to, while I call Dr. Sunny Afsarmal, chairperson of ACOHI on stage, I must also tell you that he's the chairman for 48 countries across the globe. Huge round of applause, guys. 48 countries globally. And he has just launched something called the Amrut Food Cart, which I will probably at a later moment, towards the end, he will talk about that and how that can enhance the sustainability impact on Mumbai street food. So let me move on. My next question to Dr. Jayant Kate sir, who's the head Maharashtra State Skills University, Government of Maharashtra Hospitality Division. He's also the head of IHM University, instrumental in delivering many stars from catering. Am I right? Or did I get that wrong? Yeah. Okay. So my question to you is, what can be done to make sure that there is sustainability in preserving the essence of cuisines in Mumbai? We've got multiple cuisines in Mumbai, especially from students per se. What needs to be put in the syllabus from the students' angle? It's not on?
Good evening to all of you. Now, this particular question is aimed at you all. And I'm sure none of you are aware of hospitality as such. So, from your point of view, I'm going to answer this question. Hope you like that part. Now, as far as hospitality is concerned, it's a wide spectrum. There are hotels, there are resorts, there are fast foods, there are bar, discotheques, then sea catering, luxury liners, then there is industrial canteens, hospitals, corporate catering, including the catering done in armed forces and services. So when it comes to education in hospitality, generally there is overall all-encompassing thought is given what to be taught in hospitality. Now, when we are talking about this hospitality concept, which will be very, very general, but when we is focusing on to hospitality in Mumbai, we got to be a little more focused apart from what you have learned in the college, which is as a general part of it. See, as far as eating out is concerned, it has become a habit today. But generally speaking, except the youth, the first food choice you have is for at your home. Am I right? Or you all disagree? Of course, most of you will disagree with me. Now, as far as hospitality is concerned, we talk about food which is served into the hotels and restaurants, and you don't like what is served at home is served there in the hotel. So, what is taught in the hospitality is right from European cuisine, right up to the Asian Oriental cuisine, and generally everything which is globally acceptable. Leaving the thought about your own hospitality in India or food in India. There is so much of variety and so much of thought which is there into the preparation of food in India is concerned. We are a diverse country. There's a whole lot of variety of food available right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Calcutta to Mumbai. And as a hospitality student, one must be aware of what is locally available. I mean, we are focusing on Mumbai. Most of you spoke about vada pav, misal, and pav bhaji. But let me tell you, there is Pathare Prabhu, there is CKPs, there are Maharashtrians, there are Malwan, there are Konkan, Gujaratis, South Indian, Udupi. So many people all come together in Bombay together, and they all become part of food culture in India.
True.
In Bombay itself. So when you talk about aspirations of the students learning, is learning everything which is served globally, plus these things are also important. Now, one important thing I would like to put it over here. Very often the children, they go home and they tell their mommy, bhook lagi, bhook lagi, bhook lagi. The poor thing we prepare something and generally gives to you.
Suddenly, in a hurry, she'll prepare. Very often, without exception, I can say, you look at the food and you turn around. Nahi khane ka hai. Tell me anyone who's never done this in his life. Please raise your hands if you've not done it. That means everybody has done this to your mother, correct? What sir has told few minutes back, you eat your food with eyes first, then it comes to your nose, and finally it comes to your palate till you give the final appreciation to the food, correct? Now, this particular aspect of food appreciation, you have to understand and incorporate into your skills as far as your food preparation or food learning is concerned. Everything cannot be taught. Very often you go home and tell your mom, वो दादी या नानी बनाती है वैसा तेरे को बनाने को नहीं आता है, वो क्या अच्छा बनाती है, बोलते हैं ना आप लोग, बोलते कि नहीं? जो खाना नानी बनाई, दादी बनाई, वही इंग्रेडिएंट्स, वही मेथड, सब कुछ वही इंग्रेडिएंट्स के साथ बनाया मम्मी ने, लेकिन फिर भी वो अलग होता है. क्या फर्क होता है उसके अंदर? सब वही मेथड है. Everything is same what all of them are doing, but still there is a difference. Is the years of skills and the passion which is gone into it. Now, when you talk about incorporating these things into the hospitality studies, this cannot be included. This should be part of your skill, part of your learning, and part of things which you try to develop on your own. Curriculum will give you broad idea. This is the way to go about. But getting the best out of that road is entirely on individuals. How much passion, how much persistence, how much effort you are into the cooking, and even otherwise the rest of the aspects of the food service area, whether it's quick service restaurant, the fast food restaurant, or other areas like hospitality catering, hospital catering, or corporate catering. Everywhere, this particular aspect is very, very important. Certain part of academic would be added into it, but this part as a student, you have to learn on your own. I think that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. I want to share a secret with you, but I want to give something more than what we are doing over here on sustainability. The biggest sustainability is sustainability of life. Yes or no? Yes or no? जब भी हम माँ बाप से आशीर्वाद लेते हैं तो क्या करते हैं? झुक के पैर छूते हैं. यस और नो? कभी खाली इधर छुआ है क्या आशीर्वाद के? अच्छा, वो आशीर्वाद देते तो कैसे देते हैं? हाथों के साथ देते कि पैरों के साथ? हाँ, हाथों के साथ ना. अब वो क्यों है? आप कोई भी देवी देवता के if you look at their pictures, हाँ बेटा, अगर देवी देवताओं के पिक्चर देखते हो तो सबके हाथों से कुछ निकल रहा है. यस और नो? उसको कहते हैं कॉस्मिक एनर्जी. What is it called? Now, I am going to teach you in 30 seconds कि आप अपना कॉस्मिक एनर्जी जो ऑरा होता है ना हमारा ऑरा, ओके, ये क्यों कर रहा हूं मैं? क्योंकि हम भी सुबह से आए हैं, लेकिन बहुत तकलीफ होती है पूरा दिन से बैठने को, सबको सुनने को. आधा तो समझ में आता है, नहीं आता है, कोई टॉपिक भी नहीं है, फिर भी बैठना पड़ता है. So I'm trying to change your energy. You want to change your energy? Yes. I can hear you. Yes. Good. Now look at my hands. Fingers are separate. Take your hands up like this. Sir, up this up. Now I want you to clap. Don't joke, huh? I want you to clap as hard as you can. Can you feel anything? Yes. Can you feel the energy? Now try to, guys, please, respect. Now just try to get it a little closer. Can you feel the energy? Yes. The vibration? Yes. Now take this and don't touch your body, huh? Just put it on your head and take it across your body your aura and take it right up to your feet, turn it and get it back up. Every time you feel tired, stressed, your mind is throwing thoughts into your head, every time, just stop and do this exercise. Can you do it? Yes or no? Yes. And the beauty is it is free. So remember, when you're attention, when you're clapping for somebody, you're not clapping for them. You're creating your own energy and vibration. So now create.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's wonderful. I'm really appreciating all of y'all. Huh? Boss, it is difficult. And y'all are here. Hats off to y'all. Okay, so my next question is going to go. Okay, very, very important. Dr. Shashikant Kekare, who's the former Joint Commissioner, FDA, Food and Drug Association. Please welcome him. Mic on है ना?
Yes.
Yeah. सर आपके लिए ये क्वेश्चन है कि वही सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए स्ट्रीट फूड, अभी यहाँ पे हमने अमृत फूड कार्ट का इनॉग्रेशन किया हुआ है, वन ऑफ इट्स काइंड इन द वर्ल्ड. आप उसके बारे में थोड़ा बात भी करें. ग्लोबल अवार्ड्स मिले हैं उसके लिए. तो स्ट्रीट फूड सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए आप अपनी तरफ से, एफडीआई एंगल की तरफ से, फूड एंड ड्रग एसोसिएशन एंगल की तरफ से आप क्या सजेस्ट करना चाहेंगे?
सभी को प्यार भरा नमस्कार. विवेकानंद यूथ कनेक्ट फाउंडेशन का मैं शुक्रगुजार हूं कि उन्होंने आज ये प्लेटफॉर्म उपलब्ध करके दिया है. और सर ने जो क्वेश्चन किया है कि एफडीए का रोल क्या है, वी एक्ट एज अ रेगुलेटर. फूड सेफ्टी स्टैंडर्ड एक्ट 2006 जो एक्ट है वो कैसा इंप्लीमेंट किया जाता है उसके बारे में मैं आपसे शेयर करूंगा. अभी आज हमने देखा अपनी मुंबई की आबादी मोर देन 2 करोड़ है और उसमें से 60% जो लोग हैं वो स्ट्रीट फूड के ऊपर डिपेंड है. टाइम बचाना है, इमीडिएट मिलना है, तो अपने लोगों को फेवरेट है मिसल पाव, वड़ा पाव, समोसा, ये सारी चीजें हैं, ये इमीडिएट मिलता है. अभी ये जो चीजें अपने को मिलती है तो जो भी स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स है उसके लिए एफडीए क्या करता है, जो भी स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स हैं उनके लिए सेमिनार का आयोजन किया जाता है. जितने भी स्ट्रीट वेंडर लोकल एरिया में उनको इकट्ठा किया जाता है. फूड सेफ्टी स्टैंडर्ड्स के नॉर्म्स क्या है वो उनको समझाए जाते हैं, उनकी तरफ से वो रेगुलेट किया जाता है. अगर जो कोई करता नहीं उसके ऊपर लीगल एक्शन भी लिया जाता है. जो हम ट्रेनिंग उनको देते हैं उसमें वो रॉ मटेरियल कैसे परचेस करेंगे, कैसे स्टोर करेंगे, प्रिपेयर कैसे करेंगे और सर्व कैसे करेंगे, ये पूरी चीजें हम ट्रेनिंग में उसको बताते हैं और ये सब करके लेते हैं. और उनको जब ये किया जाता है तो उनको हम कंपटीशन भी लेते हैं. जो अच्छा काम करता है तो उनको डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से एक प्रशस्ति पत्र और मेडल भी दिया जाता है. और जो लोग ये हमारा एक्ट के मुताबिक गलत काम करते हैं तो उनको बख्शा भी नहीं जाता, उनके ऊपर फाइन किया जाता है, उनके ऊपर कोर्ट में केसेस भी किए जाते हैं. तो कोर्ट जाने के पहले हम उनको पहले एजुकेट करते हैं, हाउ टू प्रिपेयर योर फूड एंड हाउ टू सर्व. पर्सनल हाइजीन का भी बहुत सारा ख्याल रखा जाता है. अभी बॉम्बे में हमने जब काम किया तो क्लीन स्ट्रीट फूड हब गिरगांव चौपाटी, जुहू चौपाटी, नेशनल लेवल पे ऊपर उनको सर्टिफिकेशन मिला है. और हमने बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट की कैंटीन है, अरे ऐसे बहुत सारे होटल्स है, उनको क्लीन स्ट्रीट फूड हब का भी दर्जा दिया है क्योंकि उनका ऑनलाइन इंस्पेक्शन होता है. इंस्पेक्शन करने के बाद वो एफएसओ को सबमिट होता है और ऑनलाइन सब रिकॉर्ड करने के बाद उनको सर्टिफिकेट इमीडिएट आ जाता है. तो ये भी काम हमने किया है. 2021-22 में जब महाराष्ट्र 16 नंबर पे था और ये जो पूरी एक्टिविटीज हमने किया तो महाराष्ट्र 3 नंबर पे आ गया नेशनल में। ये पूरे और इसमें जितने भी होटल एसोसिएशन है, केटरिंग एसोसिएशन है, उन लोगों का सहयोग भी हमें बहुत रूट लेवल से मिला और काम करने में एक अलग सा मजा भी आ गया है। और रेगुलेशन के बात करते हैं तो बहुत सारे जो वेंडर्स है वो फॉलो करते हैं, ऐसा कोई डिनाई नहीं करता है, क्योंकि उनको मालूम है अगर कानून के एक बार दायरे में आ गए तो उनके ऊपर क्या होता है उनको पूरा मालूम रहता है।
सही बात है।
और इसलिए हम ये भी कोशिश करते, पहले उनको एजुकेट करते, उनकी तरफ से करके लेते। अभी सर ने एक जिक्र किया था कि न्यूज़पेपर में फूड आर्टिकल सर्व नहीं करना चाहिए। 100% करेक्ट है, क्योंकि न्यूज़पेपर के लिए जो इंक यूज किया जाता है वो आइसोब्यूटिल फर्टालेट करके केमिकल है और वो कार्सियोजेनिक है। जब कोई भी गर्म चीज हम वो पेपर में डालते तो वो इंक उसको लग के आता है, वो हमारे पेट में जाता है। तो उसका जब हम बार बार इस्तेमाल करते हैं तो अपने को बहुत सारे दुर्धर परेशानियों को सफर होना पड़ता है। इसलिए एफडीए डिपार्टमेंट, अभी मैं कम से कम 34 ईयर से डिपार्टमेंट में काम करता हूँ, तो बहुत सारे रूट लेवल पे क्या क्या दिक्कत आती है ये मुझे पता है। तो हम पहले कोई भी एक्शन लेने से पहले उनकी तरफ से उनको एजुकेट किए करते हैं। एजुकेट करने के बाद अगर नहीं सुनता है तो फिर लीगल एक्शन तो है। और इसलिए हम ऐसे जो आम नागरिक है उनके सेहत के लिए प्रशासन इसी तरह से काम करता है।
Thank you. Thank you so much. My second last guest is a very dear friend to Dr. Sunny Afsarmal and me. He's a very spiritual person, and please listen, guys. He's a very spiritual person, and he is the chairman of NAC. What does NAC stand for? National Association of Corporate Catering. Chairman for National Association of Corporate Training. आप मानोगे नहीं, उनके अंदर इतने कंपनीज, कॉर्पोरेट कंपनीज हैं जिनके लिए लाखों में खाना बनता है डेली. Now you imagine when sir is going to speak, Dr. Gurinder Bindra sir, please welcome him. So my question to him is, sir, you have so many corporate caterers, so many. Sorry, there was a call which came. You have so many corporate caterers in Mumbai, and we are talking about Mumbai Sustainability Summit. What can be done to make sure that there is sustainability in corporate catering to preserve Mumbai food culture?
Thank you, Mr. Nathani. Thank you for the energy.
हाँ.
You know, I needed it.
ठोको ताली यार.
So ये जो एनर्जी का संचार चल रहा है, थोड़ा मैं भी, so we drove down from Pune in the morning. So अब तक हमारी थोड़ी सी बैटरी डाउन हो गई थी. तो thank you, Mr. Nathani, for charging us. So हर चीज के लिए चार्जर की जरूरत नहीं होती. We need chargers like him, who are going to charge us and our lives.
That is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, we are talking about Mumbai, but when I say Mumbai, first, and about the food which we are going to serve or which we are serving and all the people around Mumbai are consuming, Mumbai represents Maharashtra and Maharashtra represents the whole country. Okay, so whatever is happening around in Mumbai, I think Mumbai is the heartbeat of the country. So जो यहाँ होता है वो पूरे देश में ही चलता है. अब खाने के बारे में बात करो तो everybody has spoken about street food. जैसे शुरुआत हो गई क्या है तो exciting वड़ा पाव is there. You know, everything that is happening around in Mumbai about food, the scenario is very simple. Vada pav, misal pav, dabeli. But 80% of the things have been imported from somewhere. कोई other state से आया. But let me tell you something. मुंबई में जो चीज आती है ना, वो देश में कहीं नहीं बनती होगी, वो ऐसी बनती है. Say for example, a dosa. सिंपल थिंग लाइक अ साउथ इंडियन डोसा एंड इडली जो बॉम्बे में मिलता है, मैंने पूरा साउथ में ढूंढ लिया. आई मीन उस टाइप का नहीं मिलता
मिलेगा
है.
ही नहीं. करेक्ट करेक्ट, वेरी ट्रू.
सो दिस इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ मुंबई दैट वो यहाँ पर द बेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड लेता है, उसको कन्वर्ट करता है टू द पैलेट्स ऑफ द पीपल हु आर देयर. मुंबई इज अ वेरी कॉस्मोपॉलिटन प्लेस जहाँ हर एक प्रांत के लोग आते हैं, हर एक देश के लोग भी हैं, और उनके खाने को केटर करने के लिए हर चीज मिलती है. मुंबई में मैं कोई भूखा नहीं मर सकता.
कोई नहीं.
10 रुपए से लेके 10,000 तक आपका पर हेड कॉस्ट में आपका पेट भर सकता है. तो इफ एट ऑल यू आर हैविंग अ 10 रुपी नोट और 20 रुपी नोट, स्टिल यू वोंट गो हंग्री. ओके. और सोने के लिए हमारे पास जगह बहुत है, प्लेटफॉर्म्स है, ये, बट खाना इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. खाना ऐसी चीज है, भूख, विच इज द बेसिक ऑफ एवरीथिंग. ये सुबह आती है, फिर बाद में दोपहर को आ जाती है, फिर शाम को आ जाती है, फिर रात को आ जाती है. 3-4 बार आती है. मुझे तो ऐसा ही होता है. आप लोग का कितना? 3 बार, 4 बार? ओ 8 बार. यस यस. सो दिस इज इट. एंड आवर पैलेट इज सच दैट उसको हर टाइम कुछ ना कुछ नया चाहिए. एवरीथिंग यू वांट एवरीथिंग. कभी चाइनीज चाहिए. आई वांट टू टेल समथिंग कि इधर कोई भी क्यूजीन आता है ना, चाहे वो मोमोज क्यों ना हो, उसको भी तंदूरी बना दिया. तंदूरी मोमोज. आई मीन वो लोग देखेंगे ना मोमो बनाने वाले तो आत्महत्या कर लेंगे कभी कि यहाँ पर.
बिंद्रा सर, आई एम जस्ट ऑन दिस पॉइंट व्हिच यू जस्ट नाउ सेड, इट इज हिलेरियस. आप में से कोई चाइना गया है? कोई भी नहीं गया है? अच्छा यहाँ पूछता, आप में से कोई चाइना गया है?
मैं
गया है.
यस.
चाइनीज फूड आप में से कितने लोगों को अच्छा लगता है?
सबको.
ये भी स्ट्रीट फूड है. हाँ, चाइनीज फूड जो इंडिया में खास करके बॉम्बे में मिलता है ना, मुंबई में, वो दूर दूर तक चाइनीज नहीं है. ओरिजिनल चाइनीज तुम खा ही नहीं सकते. डू यू नो वो लोग क्या क्या खाते हैं? कौन बोलेगा? मैं नहीं बोलता. कौन बोलेगा?
कोविड 2 आ जाएगा.
हाँ, अरे एनिमल्स. ओके, कौन से एनिमल्स? रैबिट, स्नेक, फ्रॉग, पता नहीं क्या क्या. तो हम लोग यहां पे बहुत बचे हुए हैं. इंडियनाइज चाइनीज के लिए जोर ताली. और इंडियन चाइनीज के अंदर कोथमीर नहीं डाला तो मतलब मजा ही नहीं आया. सर प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
Thank you on saving my energy and work again in explaining the other cuisines. Okay, on a serious note, jokes तो बहुत हो गए. भूख मैंने बताया कि 4 बार लगती है और कुछ लोगों को 8 बार भी लग जाती है, हैं? At the same time, you know what is most important is wellness, health and wellness. अभी एक घर में 5 लोग होते हैं, घर में जो खाना बनता है 5 के लिए सेम बनता है. Is it the right thing or a wrong thing?
Right thing.
No, that is not the right thing.
Yeah.
Okay, because आपके अगर एक 70-year-old ग्रैंड पेरेंट है और आपके घर में एक 5 साल का बच्चा है, उनकी न्यूट्रिशनल नीड्स डिफरेंट है. Okay, a growing child of 18 years, his nutritional needs are different, but same food is made and same food is served to everybody. तो किसी के लिए बहुत अच्छा होता है, किसी के लिए वो it may cause him some kind of ailments. One man's honey is other man's poison.
True.
Okay, but then this awareness has to begin from our homes. हम जब इतनी सस्टेनेबिलिटी की बात कर रहे हैं तो सस्टेनेबिलिटी शुड बी बिगिनिंग एट होम कि व्हाट इज राइट एंड व्हाट इज रॉन्ग। ओके, सो दिस अवेयरनेस कौन करेगा? क्या यहाँ डाइस पे बैठे हुए लोग जो एफडीए वाले हो गए, केटरिंग कॉलेजेस हो गए और एमिनेंट पर्सनालिटीज ऑफ हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री हो गए? नहीं। ओके, दिस अवेयरनेस हैज टू बी डन बाय द पीपल, ऑल ऑफ यू ऑल, टू योर होम्स। मैं कुछ एग्जांपल्स बताऊंगा अबाउट अवेयरनेस, दो द टाइम इज वेरी लेस। अगर जब फूड ऐसी चीज है ना, इसके बारे में बातें करते रहो तो घंटों बात कर सकते हैं, बट इन अ फ्यू मिनट्स इफ आई हैव टू स्पीक, the awareness has to begin from homes. So अभी किसी ने बताया कि एक जो छोटे बच्चे हैं, हमने उनके लिए एक ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम रखा था अबाउट मच बिफोर कोविड। ओके, आई मे बी टॉकिंग अबाउट से 5-7 years बैक। सो वी रियलाइज दैट उनको जो मिड डे मील्स आते हैं, तो एवरीबडी यूज्ड टू कंप्लेन कि यार ये मिड डे मील अच्छा नहीं होता है, यू नो, कुछ तो खिचड़ी बना के दे देते हैं, कुछ बना के दे देते हैं बच्चों को, इट्स नॉट गुड। सो वी विजिटेड along with Dr. Kekre sir and other team, we visited the midday meal centers and we realized कि there has to be a awareness to the people who are making the food. तो जो खाना बना रहे थे उनके अंदर awareness नहीं था। तो we have trained around a few thousand people on as to how to make the food right. Wow. But that doesn't end here. We had to teach the students how to eat right. खाना कैसे खाना है? मैं इधर बोल रहा हूं 90% ऑफ द लोगों को अभी भी, हमारी पूरी जिंदगी चली गई है, खाना कैसे खाया जाता है वो खाली यूट्यूब पे पढ़ते हैं, बट हम खाते वैसा नहीं है। यू नो, वी सी दैट फूड शुड बी च्यूड 32 times, 42 times, whatever times, बचपन से बोलते आ रहे हैं, but do we do that? So all these eating wrongly creates lifestyle diseases. True. Okay, so right from the children, like when we went there, वो खाना चलो कुछ भी बनाते थे, but वो खाते ऐसे ही थे अपने हाथों के साथ। Okay, the khichdi without sanitizing their hands. So 6 years back we created an anthem. How to what do you say, clean your hands before eating. So we have we call this mission as a अच्छा सच्चा mission, and उसके ऊपर हमने एक जिंगल भी बनाया। बॉलीवुड के एक बहुत बड़े सिंगर हैं, व्हाट वाज हिज नेम, मिस्टर राहुल। हाँ, तो उन्होंने एक जिंगल बनाया। वो जिंगल 30 to 40 सेकंड्स का होता है। उतने ही सेकंड्स में आप बच्चों को बोला था कि आप हाथ धोते रहो और जब ये जिंगल खत्म होगा तो बंद कर दो। तो हमने और इजी कर दिया उनके लिए कि हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू सबको याद है। तो जैसे आपने हाथ में कुछ साबुन लिया तो सिंग हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू, हैप्पी बर्थडे डियर एवरीवन, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू। सो ये जब तक खत्म होता है तब तक हाथ धोना है। नॉट ओनली बच्चे, बड़ों, आपने भी। सब एक्सप्रेस हाईवे पे रहते हैं, हाथ कैसे धोते हैं? सब पानी के नीचे हाथ डाला, छोड़ दिया 10 seconds, but that is not the right way of eating. So I think everyone should remember that jingle before washing the hands.
Yeah, sure.
So coming back to certain things, what I am doing. See, I am representing National Association for Corporate Caterers and Institutional Caterers. आप सभी लोग कोई ना कोई इंडस्ट्री में काम करने जाने वाले हैं। ओके, एंड अगेन कुछ भी करो, फूड इज गोइंग टू बी द मेन बेस ऑफ एवरीथिंग दैट गिव्स यू एनर्जी टू कीप ऑन वर्किंग। तो हम लोग इंडस्ट्रियल लेबर्स को, महाराष्ट्र में इंडस्ट्रियल लेबर्स या कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर के लोग होते हैं, इनके लिए हमने एक प्रोग्राम बनाया है वेयर बाय ईट लोकल। जो भी खाना खाते हो, जैसे महाराष्ट्र के नजदीक आसपास जो भी मिलता है, जो दालें मिलती है, वॉट एवर यू आर गेटिंग, ईट लोकल शुड बी द मेन एंथम। एंड प्लस while you're eating local, you should know that your food is very healthy. Let me tell you, ये वड़ा पाव is not an unhealthy food. It is one of the most healthiest food. I mean, this must be shocking. But इसमें all the nutrition है। एक वड़ा पाव लो, इसमें कार्ब्स है, इसमें ऑल द, अगर उस न्यूट्रिशन के बारे में बता दूं और 5 मिनट लग जाएंगे, एंड वी हैव सम ग्रेट स्पीकर्स आउट हियर, या सो इट्स गॉट vitamins, minerals, everything is there in vada pav. उसका एनालिसिस आप गूगल पे जाके करोगे तो हर एक चीज मिल जाएगा. बट अगेन वेरी राइटली एज सर हैज सेड कि अगर इसको हाइजीनिक एटमॉस्फेयर में बनाया जाए विद सेफ फूड प्रैक्टिसेस, या जो हमारे एफएसएसआई डिपार्टमेंट और अदर इंडस्ट्री स्टॉलवर्ड्स स्ट्रीट फूड वेंडर्स को सिखाते हैं और सिखाते आएंगे, इफ यू आर वेरी वेरी विजुअली राइट कि जहां हाइजीन अच्छा है वहां मुझे खाना है, जहां हाइजीन अच्छा नहीं है वहां मुझे खाना नहीं है, बिकॉज यू आर द यूथ. ओके, आज आपको सब कुछ पच जाता है, एवरीथिंग यू कैन डाइजेस्ट, बट दिस सेम थिंग gets accumulated and creates diseases after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. These are called lifestyle diseases. हम लोग बैठे रहते हैं, खाते रहते हैं, हमको टाइम नहीं रहता है. 90% of the diseases are because of the food what we eat. So आप कितना भी जिम चले जाओ, कितना भी eat the supplements and all, but if you eat wrong, I mean you are going to have to pay for it in the later on. So what we have done for the industrial people, we have created a balanced diet. जैसे जिसमें मिसल, इंडस्ट्री में कुछ भी खिलाओ, उनको पहले क्या चाहिए कि महाराष्ट्रन चाहिए, सुबह वड़ा पाव चाहिए, भजी चाहिए, मिसल चाहिए, पोहा चाहिए, उपमा चाहिए, ये 5 चीज तो उनको चाहिए ही चाहिए. फिर उसमें कभी कभी पूरी भाजी चाहिए, छोले भटूरे चाहिए, everything they want. So what we have done is created the right ways to cook the food, the right oil. What is very very important is what is the medium of cooking, what is there.
True.
आप किस तेल में बना रहे हो. If you eat in the right oil, not olive oil. Olive oil हमारे लिए नहीं बना हुआ है. सब बोलते हैं ना, I want to eat in olive oil, pasta in olive oil. You can eat. There are so many good oils which are produced in India for the Indians. Eat the right oils, which you can Google down ki what is right. Okay, so eat the right oils because everything begins with the fats. Okay, and then everything begins visually. आप पहले देख लीजिए कि आपको ठीक लग रहा है कि नहीं. अगर खाना ठीक लग रहा है, खाना सही एटमॉस्फेयर में बना है तो उसको खाओ. But at the same time, you have to eat in moderation. You have to understand कि आपको खाना कितना है. सो हम लोग भी इंडस्ट्रियल वर्कर्स को, कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर के वर्कर्स को ये ट्रेन करते हैं, अवेयर करते हैं कि आपके सामने बुफे पड़ा है तो डोंट एक्ट लाइक अ शीप कि उसके सामने एक प्लेट लिया, हर चीज जो सामने पड़ी है वो खाते रहना है. अंडरस्टैंड योर बॉडी and eat accordingly. So, I mean, these are the practices what we are doing for making people aware of it. I think you guys, after listening to all these people, have become more aware about what you should eat, how you should keep yourself healthy. Wishing you a very healthy life ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Bindra. Very kind of you. And very happy Makar Sankranti to each one of you all. Happy Makar Sankranti. True. Last few words from Dr. Sunny Avsarmal before we close and we get ready for the next session. Dr. Sunny, can you please come forward? Chairman of ACOHI. Huge round of applause, guys.
Only 1 or 2 minutes. सबसे पहले तो आपकी एनर्जी को बहुत बड़ा दाद दे रहा हूँ क्योंकि सुबह से बैठ के इतने सारे लोगों को सुनना और सुनने के बाद कुछ चीजें रखना और कुछ चीजें पता नहीं ऑटोमेटिकली निकल जाएगी बाहर, लेकिन आज इस डायस से जो भी लेके जाओगे अपनी जिंदगी में आपके साथ रहेगा. मोस्टली स्टूडेंट्स हैं आप सभी लोग, तो मैं ये चाह रहा हूं कि आप जो भी यहाँ से लेके जाए एज अ ब्रांड एम्बेसडर ऑफ विवेकानंद यूथ कनेक्ट एंड हमारी जो इंडस्ट्री है हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करें, अपने देश को ऐसा बनाएं जो एशिया में सबको लीड और लीडरशिप का फॉर्मेट दें. मैं हमारे जितने भी लोग आए हैं, आपका घर मेरा घर और ये देश का जो फूड मैकेनिज्म जिस पर चल रहा है उसके सभी के सभी पिलर्स यहाँ पर अवेलेबल हैं. और मैं आपको एक एश्योरेंस दे रहा हूँ कि आपने ऐसे कई सेमिनार्स देखे होंगे जहाँ पर बहुत सारी बातें होती हैं, बट देयर इज नो डेवलपमेंट व्हेन देयर इज एक्चुअल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इज कंसर्न, हम वो लोग नहीं है, हम लोग इम्प्लीमेंटेशन वाले लोग हैं, हम लोग ज्यादा डायस पर बात करने वाले भी लोग नहीं है। हमने इम्प्लीमेंटेशन जो जो बात की है वो ऑलरेडी पूना में एग्जीक्यूट कीजिए, हमने ऑलरेडी कर ली है, एंड नाउ वी आर कमिंग थ्रू विवेकानंद यूथ कनेक्ट टू मुंबई ऑल्सो। आपको इस देश में मेजर चेंज देखने को मिलेगा जो ऑलरेडी शुरू हो चुका है। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर पेशेंस एंड आई अप्रिशिएट फॉर द प्लेटफॉर्म। और एक इस तरह का प्लेटफॉर्म बनाने के लिए जितनी मेहनत लगती है, मैं सबसे पहले बहुत बड़ा थैंक यू देना चाहता हूं डॉक्टर राजेश सर्वज्ञ को और उनकी पूरी टीम को जो यहां पर दिख नहीं रही है। आप देखिए पीछे कम से कम 20-25 लोग हैं जो ये सब मैनेज कर रहे हैं। देयर आर अराउंड 100-200 पीपल हु आर मैनेजिंग फ्रॉम आउटसाइड, ताकि आप अच्छा कुछ सुन सको, आप अच्छा कुछ लेके जा सको। सो ये पूरे के पूरे 100-200 पीपल्स के लिए, ऑल डिग्निटरीज के लिए और मेरे इस डिग्निटरीज के लिए और मेरी हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री के लिए बहुत बड़ा सलाम। थैंक यू सो मच। हैव अ ग्रेट इवनिंग अहेड।
I think you can take over. Thank you so much. I hope you all had a good time. Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच ऑल द एक्सपर्ट्स हियर एंड आई थिंक बहुत ज़्यादा हमने लर्न किया यहाँ पे। और ये पैनल सबसे बड़ा पैनल था सिंस मॉर्निंग, लाइक वी कैन सी 7 एक्सपर्ट्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ अस एंड दे राइटली सेड कि sustainability is very important, and when it comes to health and wellness, when it comes to our own personal things, so sir was saying about health and wellness, which is also my topic, where we talk about nutrition, when we talk about ayurveda. एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूंगी सर सबको, आप सबकी अगर परमिशन हो तो। जैसे अभी मकर संक्रांति, पोंगल एंड ऑल्सो लोहरी, ये सब फेस्टिवल्स गए, किसने गजक खाया और किसने तिल के लड्डू खाए यहाँ से ऑडियंस में से? ये तो एक्सपर्ट्स है यहाँ पे। ओके, सो अराउंड 50% ऑफ देम, ठीक है। जो जिन्होंने खाए हैं उन्होंने सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन डेफिनेटली दिया है, बिकॉज दैट इज व्हाट आवर कल्चर इज ऑल अबाउट, करेक्ट। और जिन्होंने नहीं खाए वो प्लीज मेक श्योर कि यू नो व्हाट इज आवर इंडियन food, what is our cultural food, and you need to make sure that you enjoy your festival foods with keeping the balanced food in your mind, keeping your health and wellness in mind. Thank you so much once again. Thank you. So let's have Dr. Rajesh here to facilitate all our experts. We're going to have memento presentations for all the experts here. Dr. Nishit Srivastava, thank you so much, sir. वो एनर्जी वाला, ऑरा वाला ताली, let's do that. Mr. Dr. Gurvinder Bindra. Mr. Sunil Malik, sir. Shri Jayant Kathe, sir. And Shri Dinesh Nathani, sir. And I think Mr. Dinesh Nathani, sir, was the highly energetic and the most loved moderator of all the sessions since morning. Thank you for the energy, sir. ये जब पर्सनलाइज्ड मोमेंटो बनाते हैं तो थोड़ा सा देखना पड़ता है हमें किनको क्या मिल रहा है।
आप आइए, सनी सनी सर, आप ही आइए। सॉरी।
Come on, guys, everybody. And this is for Shri Sunny here. Thank you so much for getting all the experts for us here. Thank you. So we are now going towards the last session of the summit. That's session number 7. So the topic of the session is sustainability of film and theatre industry in Mumbai. We have moderated Mr. Ujjwal Nirgudkar. Can we all welcome Mr. Ujjwal here? Welcome, sir. And we have speakers, Mr. Avinash Dhakne, MD, Film City, Manager Director of Film City. He's a IAS also. Welcome, sir. Mr. Abhinav Singh Kashyap, Film Director, Screenplay Writer. Welcome, sir. He's a director of Dabang. I didn't. Whoa. थोड़ा दबंग दिखाओ अपना वे guys. Woo!
हम यहाँ के रॉबिन हुड हैं, रॉबिन हुड पांडे। पुलिस वाले को ठोकने का अंजाम पता है क्या है? 21 साल जेल और ठुकाई अलग से। और उसी पुलिस वाले ने अगर तुम्हें ठोका तो प्रमोशन अलग से और बहादुरी का मेडल भी। प्यार से दे रहे रख लो, वरना थप्पड़ मार के भी दे सकते हैं।
थप्पड़ से डर नहीं लगता साहब, प्यार से लगता है।
हम तुम में इतने छेद करेंगे कि कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे कि सांस कहां से ले और बाधे कहां से। अभी तक सबको निभाया है, अब सबको धोऊंगा।
Hello, good evening everyone. Welcome to this session on sustainability in film and theatre industry in Mumbai. We have two eminent speakers here, Dr. Avinash Dhakne sir, IAS officer. He is the managing director of Film City, which is Dara Saheb Phalke Chitranagari, Mumbai. And in addition to that, he is also holding a charge of member secretary of Maharashtra Pollution Control Board, Government of Maharashtra. So he is one of the most important speaker for this occasion today. We have Abhinav Kashyap, who is the director of Dabang. We just saw the clips of that. And we are also invited Mr. Padma Shri Vaman Kendre, but unfortunately he is not well today, so he could not join. He is the theatre person. Unfortunately, he could not join today. So today we are going to talk about the sustainability in film and theatre industry. When we talk about sustainability, then there are three more important issues we consider. One of them is environmental issues, second is economic concerns, and third is social problems. All these three things contribute for the sustainability of any industry. And as far as film city is concerned, I know many of you must be watching movies, Hindi movies, also Marathi movies, and any other language movies, which are very popular. And Bollywood, which is currently popularly known, is also popular because of the Hindi movies. All these movies have been produced, and majority of these are produced in Mumbai, and that too in film city Mumbai. So I would like to know from Dr. Avinash Dakne sir, what are the changes which have happened in film city over a period of time, and what new initiatives the government and your cultural department is taking for the betterment of this film industry, shootings, and other part of the programming over there.
नमस्कार मित्रांनो. निरगुडकर साहब जो है ये बहुत बड़ी हस्ती, आपको पता नहीं होगा, उन्होंने खुद के बारे में बताया नहीं आपको, और जिन्होंने परिचय करके दिया उन्होंने भी बताया नहीं, बट ये खुद एक बड़े केमिकल इंजीनियर है और फिल्म में उनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान है, ऑस्कर तक उनकी पहचान है, तो उनके लिए पहले एक बार तालियां बजाइए, क्योंकि जो बहुत बड़े होते हैं अपना परिचय नहीं देते हैं, इसलिए मैंने परिचय दिया, मेरा काम नहीं था. आपने I mean, you ask about the film city. All of us are fascinated by films. मैं देख रहा था when you're watching दबंग, मुझे तो लगा ये बंद कर दे और दबंग ही देख ले. तो सबका अट्रैक्शन है, पैसिनेशन है. ये फिल्म स्टार कैसे रहते हैं, क्या खाते हैं, इतने पतले क्यों होते हैं, बहुत सारे चीजें. मुंबई तो फिल्मों का जो दौर ही शुरू हुआ, दादा साहब फाल्के जी ने शुरू किया. आपको इतिहास में मुझे लेके नहीं जाना है, बट उन्होंने अपना पूरा घर गिरवी रख के एक मूवी बनाया था. बहुत बड़ी हिस्ट्री है उसकी. उसके बाद महाराष्ट्र में काफी, जैसे विशांतराम ने बहुत सारे मूवीज बनाए. मैं तो अभी बहुत सारे फिल्म पर्सनैलिटीज के साथ जब बातें करता हूँ तो हर रोज नई नई चीजें मुझे सीखने को मिलती है. हमारे यहाँ जो मुंबई में दादा साहब फाल्के चित्रनगरी जो गोरेगांव ईस्ट में है, 521 एकर्स का टोटल कैंपस है. वहाँ पे 16 स्टूडियोज है और अराउंड 70 ओपन लोकेशंस है. आप जो मंदिर देखते हो, बहुत सारी फिल्में, मुझे लगता है आज तक कम से कम 500 फिल्मों में आया होगा मंदिर हमारा. बस भगवान बदलते अंदर के और कलर भी बदलता है. तो वहाँ पे सब सुविधाएं हैं, फिल्म शूटिंग के लिए लोग आ सकते हैं, बट दैट इज नॉट द ओनली थिंग. आज स्थिति ऐसी है कि फिल्म सिटी के बाहर, पर्टिकुलरली ऑन वेस्टर्न हाईवे, वसई, विरार, नायगांव आगे तक बहुत सारे लोगों ने स्टूडियोज बनाए, क्योंकि ये फैसिलिटीज पूरी नहीं है जितनी जरूरत होती है. बहुत बार लोग सोचते हैं कि ये स्टेट कॉम्पीट कर रहा है, वो स्टेट कॉम्पीट कर रहा है. मुझे लगता है जब तक कंपटीशन नहीं हो तब तक हम सुधरते नहीं है. सो जिस चीज में जिसको भी कंपटीशन नहीं है वो कभी सुधरता नहीं है. इसलिए अभी कंपटीशन शुरू हो गई, इसलिए हम भी अपना इंटरनल जो सुधार कर रहे हैं, हम
पूरे सीसीटीवी लगाए, पूरे लाइट्स लगाए। मैंने अभी इनको बताया कि फिल्म सिटी में अंदर जाने के लिए, बाहर आने के लिए रिक्शा वाला 150-200 रुपये लेता है, इसलिए मैंने डिसाइड किया था कि इलेक्ट्रिक बस चलाओ, बट इलेक्ट्रिक बस मिला नहीं। मैंने आपको बताया 3 बार टेंडर निकालेंगे। तो लोगों को फ्री में अंदर जाने के लिए बस इंतजाम में, जो बड़े आर्टिस्ट है उनके लिए तो सब कुछ होता है, बट जो छोटे लोग हैं जिनको 500-1000 रुपये दिन का मिलता है, वो तो रिक्शा के लिए अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकता है, तो 5-5 किलोमीटर अंदर चल के आते हैं। फिर कश्यप साहब ने पूछा कि लेपर्ड का क्या हाल है, तो लेपर्ड मैंने बताया कि आज तक बहुत बार सेट पे आके गया, बट किसी को छुआ नहीं उसने। तो वो दोस्त बन गए अभी वहां पे, उसके कारण लगे। तो फिल्म सिटी में सिंगल विंडो क्लियरेंस मिलता है, किसी और परमिशन की जरूरत नहीं है। फिल्म सिटी में जिसको भी शूटिंग करना है, ऑनलाइन बुकिंग है। जो भी स्टूडियो का करना है, ओपन स्पेस का करना है, तो ऑनलाइन बुकिंग कर सकते हैं। ऑफिस में आने की जरूरत नहीं, ऑनलाइन पेमेंट है। इसके आगे जाके महाराष्ट्र में भी किसी को शूटिंग करना होगा, मुंबई या एमएमआर में करना होगा, तो देयर इज ऑल्सो ए सिंगल विंडो सिस्टम, जहाँ पे आप आपका जो भी एरिया में करना है, गेटवे ऑफ इंडिया पे करना है, कहीं सीएसटी स्टेशन पे करना है, कोई रोड पे करना है, तो आप वो बता सकते ये लोकेशन पे करना है। और बीएमसी का क्लियरेंस हो या पुलिस का क्लियरेंस हो, हम ऑनलाइन ही ले लेते हैं उनके सब मैप किए हुए। तो लोगों को काफी एज हुआ है, अभी तक अराउंड 3500 लोगों ने उसका फायदा लिया है। बीच में कोविड की वजह से नहीं था, बट स्लोली इट इज पिकिंग अप। तो मुंबई में एक इकोसिस्टम है बना हुआ सालों से फिल्म के लिए। मीन्स आपको हर तरीके का टेक्नीशियन आपको यहाँ पे मिल जाएगा। बाहर के स्टेट कॉम्पीट तो करना ही चाहिए, मैंने बताया, क्योंकि जो आते बाहर के स्टेट से भी आए हुए, वो भी कोशिश करेंगे और करनी भी चाहिए। मीन्स ये नहीं कि सब यहाँ पे हो और बाहर कुछ नहीं हो, बाहर भी होना चाहिए, बट हम अपना जो इकोसिस्टम उसको और कैसे स्ट्रॉन्ग कर सकते हैं, उसके लिए सरकार कोशिश कर रही है। और कोई भी शहर में आदमी आता क्यों है, जो एक लिवेबिलिटी इंडेक्स जो अभी आ रहा है मीन्स इंडिया में और बाहर भी है, तो कोई भी सिटी में सिर्फ आप बड़े बड़े बिल्डिंग्स खड़े करके नहीं होता है, यहाँ पे वो पब्लिक भी उस टाइप का चाहिए जो मुंबई में है, वो हिंदुस्तान में कहीं नहीं है, इतना मैं बता सकता हूँ। इसलिए मुंबई का अट्रैक्शन आज भी सब दुनिया के लोगों को है। मुझे कल ही एक बड़े प्रोड्यूसर मिले थे कहीं पे कॉफी पे, तो उन्होंने बताया कि हर रोज कम से कम 1000 लोग मुंबई में अपना नसीब आजमाने के लिए आते हैं, और इससे ज्यादा कुछ कहने की जरूरत नहीं है। थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. I would like to ask Abhinav ji about his experience of production of as a direction. What is happening at that time during Dabang, and what changes have taken place, or what you expect out of it for the film industry?
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for having me here. Mr. Avinash Dhakne is the right person to talk about infrastructure and production and what government is doing to facilitate filmmaking in India and Bombay. I am more from the creative side. So film बनाने के पहले फैसिलिटीज बाद में आती है, पहले एक आइडिया होना चाहिए। तो मैं उसके बारे में बात करूंगा। और आपके प्रश्न का जो दूसरा हिस्सा था कि दबंग के टाइम पे क्या था, पहले तो शुक्रिया, मैंने अपनी फिल्म का ट्रेलर 10-12 साल से नहीं देखा था, आज देखा। हाँ, तो पुरानी यादें। उस समय आई थिंक मिड 90s या अर्ली 90s से लेके सन 2010 तक लगभग हमारा जो हिंदी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री थी वो बम्बई के बाहर जा चुकी थी। 90% बड़ी फिल्में ना यूके, यूएस, स्विट्जरलैंड और ऑस्ट्रेलिया, इस तरह के डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज में शूट हो रही थी। तो 2008 में जब मैं स्क्रिप्ट लेके घूम रहा था, प्रोड्यूसर्स ढूंढ रहा था, तो कुछ लोग पढ़ते थे कहानी और कहते हैं गांव देहात की फिल्में अब नहीं चलती इंडिया में, तो हम नहीं बनाएंगे। तो फंडिंग ढूंढने में बहुत समय लगा। फिर जब मिल गई और फिल्म बनी, तो फिल्म की कामयाबी के बाद एक शायद माइलस्टोन अटैच हो गया कि उसके बाद इंडिया में वापस फिल्में शूट होना शुरू हो गई। मेरे ख्याल से सर फिल्म सिटी का भी बिजनेस बड़ा होगा उसके बाद ही। तो ये फर्क आया है कि अब इंडिया में इंडियन स्टोरीज देखी जाती हैं जो इंडिया में शूट होती हैं, और उसके लिए हमको विदेशों में नहीं जाना पड़ता। या सो आई गेस
Sir, Dhakne sir, I would like to know from you, you mentioned about the one window system. So apart from that, what are the new initiatives are being taken by government of Maharashtra and particularly for Film City, not only in Mumbai, but in Maharashtra?
हेलो, महाराष्ट्र में तो देखो बहुत सारे स्टेट्स या कंट्रीज एक दूसरे से कॉम्पीट कर रहे हैं। आप सब कॉलेज स्टूडेंट से आपको बताना जरूरी है कि यूके में अगर आप जाके 10 करोड़ रुपए खर्च करते हो कोई फिल्म शूट करने के लिए, तो उसमें से 3 करोड़ वापस आपको मिलते हैं टैक्सेशन। इसलिए मराठी फिल्म वाले भी वो बोलते हैं यहाँ से शूट करने से अच्छा है कि इंग्लैंड में जाके भी रहो, वहां से 30% वापस भी आएगा। Same is the story with many of the European countries because they want to boost their tourism. Means आपको पता होगा जिन्होंने यश चोपड़ा जी की फिल्में देखी है कि स्विट्जरलैंड के कोई भी आदमी ने इतना उनको पॉपुलर नहीं किया होगा जितना यश चोपड़ा ने पॉपुलर किया है, क्योंकि लोग फिल्म देख के हाँ सोचते यहाँ पे जाना चाहिए। तो हमने क्यों नहीं बनाए फिल्म, पहले तो यहीं पे बनती थी। शोले जो आज तक की मैं सबको याद होगी, शोले जिन्होंने नहीं देखी होगी वो दोबारा देख ले, क्योंकि उतने डायलॉग मुझे नहीं लगता है कोई रिकॉल जो है, जो शोले का डायलॉग उतना रिकॉल और कोई हिंदी फिल्म का इंडिया में हुआ होगा। ठीक है, तो ये लोकेशन वगैरह और टेक्नोलॉजी चेंज होती जा रही है। एक्चुअली आई डोंट वांट टू गो इनटू दोस डिटेल्स की मैं कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि फिल्म सिटी में एक वर्चुअल स्टेज बनाने की। एक्चुअली पिछले 2-3 दिन से आई एम टॉकिंग टू द एक्सपर्ट्स कि फिर वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म बन जाएगा तो फिर आपको कहीं वॉल्स में जाने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी, आप यहीं पे 360 डिग्री में सब बना पाओगे। तो इश्यू इज अच्छी बात है आपने लोकल ये किया, बट अभी एक रिसेंट फिल्म आई थी, आप लोगों को पता होगा, शायद किसी कोई ने देखा होगा, नहीं देखा होगा तो जरूर देख लो, कंथारा करके। तो कंथारा कहाँ बना है? इधर ही बने। कितने रुपए में बना है पता है आपको? 16 करोड़। कितना बिजनेस किया है? 500 करोड़। तो जरूरत नहीं है, जिसके पास आइडिया है और बनाना है तो बना सकते हैं। जो जरूरी है कि एज ऑफ फिल्मिंग हर जगह पे होना चाहिए, नहीं तो हम परमिशन देंगे और फिर जाके कोई पुलिस वाला खड़ा रहेगा, म्युनिसिपैलिटी वाला आएगा, फिर और कोई आएगा, ये परमिशन लिया क्या, वो परमिशन लिया क्या। तो इसलिए महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट अभी उसके लिए भी कोशिश कर रही है, जल्दी उसको फाइनलाइज हो जाएगा कि जो गवर्नमेंट के लोकेशन से उसमें लोगों को फिल्म शूट करने के लिए काफी सारे स्टेट्स ने दिया। हम भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं उसको कि उसको जो चार्ज होता है वो कम हो उसके लिए। और लोकेशंस तो बहुत है, लोगों ने देखे नहीं होंगे। सिमिलर लोकेशन के लिए आपको कहीं यूरोप में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है। मैंने कोई 2-4 प्रोडक्शन हाउसेस को बताया, आप एक बार महाराष्ट्र के नंदुरबार और अमरावती में जाके देखो, मेलघाट और नंदुरबार में, आपको और दुनिया में जाने की जरूरत नहीं कहीं पे। लोकेशन से हम शायद लोगों तक ढंग से पहुंचे नहीं है, हम वो भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि लोकेशंस पर लेके जाए लोगों को, उनको दिखाए, अच्छे कैमरा से वो शूट करो। मुझे एक नागपुर सेशन चल रहा था एक महीना पहले, गवर्नर साहब एक मीटिंग में बताया कि महाराष्ट्र में इतने अच्छे फोर्ट्स है, बट उस फोर्ट्स को उस ढंग से पेश नहीं किया, तो कैन यू डू समथिंग। तो आई हैव डिसाइडेड कि महाराष्ट्र में छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज के 10 फोर्ट्स का, ड्रोन का हो, इंटरनल हो, हिस्टोरिकली वहां पे क्या हुआ था, कैसे हुआ था, जिस ढंग से जो डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज बनती है, जो हम हमेशा बात करते हैं, तो उस ढंग से उसको पेश किया जाए कि लोग आके वो देखे और मूवीज की शूटिंग भी हो सकते हैं। तो हमने देखा ही नहीं, जो आप में से कितने लोगों ने फोर्ट देखे मुझे पता नहीं, बट मैंने तो बहुत सारे देखे हैं। अपने छत्रपति संभाजीनगर में जो फोर्ट है देवगिरी, किसी ने देखा आप में से देवगिरी है? ये बूढ़े बूढ़े लोग हैं, आप में से किसी ने? तो जिसने नहीं देखा है वो जाके जरूर देखे। उस टाइप का फोर्ट ना बस हिंदुस्तान बट पूरे वर्ल्ड में नहीं बना है, मगर हमने ये वर्ड को दिखाया नहीं है। हो सकता है देवगिरी फोर्ट पे ही एक बढ़िया पिक्चर बन जाए, ये पॉसिबल है। ये भी RRR बना, पुष्पा बना, इतना क्या स्टोरीज है, लोकल है, तो ये पॉसिबल है। इसलिए अभी एक्चुअली थोड़ा सा और समय लेता हूँ। मराठी फिल्मों में बहुत बार प्रॉब्लम होता था कि ये अच्छी फिल्म नहीं बनती है। मराठी में बहुत अच्छी फिल्म बनी है। अभी शामची आई, वही शामची आई दोबारा बननी चाहिए। नए इनके जैसे नए डायरेक्टर हो, नए कैमराज हो, उसी स्टोरी को आज के तारीख में अलग ढंग से पेश किया जा सकता है, तभी ये लोग देखेंगे। वो पुराना वाला नहीं देखेंगे आपका। वही सामना या वही पिंजरा वापस बन सकता है, क्यों नहीं बन रहा है? तो ये पॉसिबल है। पहले होना चाहिए हमें अपने संस्कृति पे गर्व होना चाहिए। जो जिनके लिए हम यहाँ पे बैठे, जिनके नाम से डॉक्टर राजेंद्र ने किया है, इन्होंने दुनिया को जाके बताया कि ये क्या है, हिंदुस्तान क्या है, हमारी संस्कृति क्या है। तो ये इसके ऊपर हमें गर्व होगा तो ही हम कुछ कर पाएंगे। तो पहले खुद पे गर्व करो। खुद पे मीन्स अपने खुद पे, और फिर देश का गर्व करो, अपने संस्कृति का गर्व करो। मुझे लगता है अपने पास बहुत कुछ है, बस दुनिया के सामने उसको लेके जाना है। और फिल्म इज द अल्टीमेट मीडियम टू टेक एवरीथिंग बिफोर द वर्ल्ड। थैंक यू।
I would like to add, I agree with Avinash sir कि film is the ultimate medium to take. पर मैं दूसरा रूट को दूसरी तरफ से देखता हूँ कि लोकेशन से आइडिया नहीं बनता, आइडिया से एक्चुअली लोकेशन बनता है। तो स्विट्जरलैंड को इंडिया में नहीं जानते थे जब तक हमने दिखाना शुरू कर दिया स्विट्जरलैंड। तो पर चूंकि आप सरकार के साथ काम करते हैं, यू आर एन IAS ऑफिसर, मैं ये मंच यूज करके आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि मुझे लगता है आजकल डिजिटल एज में फिल्म बनाना बहुत आसान है और यंगस्टर्स के पास आइडियाज बहुत हैं। अब आईफोन पे भी फिल्में बनती हैं, एडिट होती हैं। एग्जीबिशन सेक्टर में गवर्नमेंट को मुझे लगता है अपने और पांव पसारने की जरूरत है और एग्जीबिशन को बढ़ावा देने की वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप करें ताकि हमारे जो यूथ है इनको इनके लिए मौका एग्जिबिट करने का अपना काम वो बढ़े। तो इस मंच के माध्यम से मैं रिक्वेस्ट कर सकता हूँ। बाकी तो मैं आइडिया इकोनॉमी का आदमी हूँ, मैं सॉफ्टवेयर वाला हूँ, ये हार्डवेयर वाले हैं।
हेलो, नहीं इसके लिए एक्चुअली मराठी का मैं बताना भूल गया कि मराठी के लिए हम एक पोर्टल बना रहे हैं। हमने ऑलरेडी कोई एजेंसी फाइनलाइज किया और काम कर रहे हैं, अगले 1-2 महीने बन जाएगा। कि इनके पास स्टोरी है, लेके घूमते हैं। मेरे स्टोरी के लिए कोई डायरेक्टर अच्छा मिल जाए, ये डायरेक्टर है, ये स्टोरी के लिए भी ढूंढते हैं अच्छी, और प्रोड्यूसर के लिए भी ढूंढते हैं। आज अभी तो मार्केटिंग का फंडा अलग ही हो गया, प्रोडक्शन वाले और मार्केटिंग, बट तीनों एक दूसरे को जानते नहीं है, तो सबको एक दूसरे के पास जाना पड़ता है। इसलिए एक पोर्टल हम बना रहे हैं, निर्गुणकर साहब को पता है, ऑलरेडी काम शुरू हो गया है उसका। तो उसके क्या होगा कि कोई भी आप में से भी किसी के पास स्टोरी हो, अपना स्टोरी रजिस्टर करेगा, उस पर डालेगा, डायरेक्टर लोग देखेंगे, किसने देखा है वो भी आपको लॉग मिलेगा। प्रोडक्शन वाले देखेंगे, इनको भी किसी के पास जाना है, प्रोडक्शन वाले को कौन सा डायरेक्टर क्या देख रहा है, स्टोरी किसको बुलाना है, उसको भी मिलेगा। तो एक थोड़ा सा इकोसिस्टम हम डेवलप करने जा रहे हैं। दूसरी बात मैं बताता हूं आपको कि फिल्म अभी ये डिजिटल मीडिया आने के बाद इतना डेमोक्रेटिक हुआ है कि आप सोच नहीं सकते। यूट्यूबर कितना पैसा कमा रहे हैं आज, मीन्स आई मीन जस्ट फिल्म की नहीं बात, बट अदर देन दैट एंटरटेनमेंट में ये हंसी मजाक वाले जो आजकल शो है, स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी, क्या चल रहा है वो, मैं आई मीन कॉमेडी शोज हो, बाकी रियलिटी शोज हो, बहुत बढ़िया ढंग से चल रहा है। और जिसको मीडियम नहीं मिलता है। मैं एक यूट्यूब में कहीं किसी ने भेजा था, देखा, मराठवाड़ा में कोई छोटा सा बच्चा है, गणपति के ऊपर उसने कुछ कविता वगैरह की है, बहुत छोटा सा बच्चा है, कितने हिट्स है उसके, लाखों में। तो डेमोक्रेट, इससे ज्यादा डेमोक्रेसी हो नहीं सकती। मुझे लगता है ये मोबाइल ने हमें इतना बड़ा, और बैठे होंगे यूएस में यूट्यूब वाले, बट सबको डेमोक्रेटिक वे से दिया है, और जिसके पास टैलेंट है वो टैलेंट एग्जिबिट करने के लिए मुझे लगता है कि बहुत अच्छा मीडियम है। बाकी अभी ये लगता था कि पहले किसी की पहचान होगी तो ही मूवी में मिलेगा, आज भी है वो, बराबर है ना?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
हाँ, आज भी है, बट नहीं भी है तो भी आप खुद के पास जो टैलेंट है वो एग्जिबिट कर सकते इसके माध्यम से, और बहुत सारे लोग वहां पे सक्सेसफुल हुए। कपिल शर्मा की आप आई मीन एवरीबॉडी नोज, या मराठी में ये भाऊ कदम वगैरह, ये लोग एक कहा, आई मीन मराठी में फिल्म स्टार से ऊपर है आज वो। तो क्यों है? क्योंकि उनके पास टैलेंट है, और वो टैलेंट को प्रॉपर, सब जैसे बोल रहे हैं कि एग्जिबिट करने के लिए मीडियम मिल गया, और वो अपना जो टैलेंट है वो दिखा पाए।
लेकिन सर मैं आज के सब्जेक्ट के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बोलूंगा, जो सब्जेक्ट है सस्टेनेबिलिटी ऑफ फिल्म एंड थिएटर इंडस्ट्री इन मुंबई, अगर यूट्यूब पे सब छोड़ दिया ना तो सब भाग जाएगा बंबई से बाहर। मैं ये आपको सरकारी अधिकारी होने के नाते बोल रहा हूँ, क्योंकि डेमोक्रेसी जो है उससे हमारे थिएटर और फिल्म इंडस्ट्री का जो कंट्रोल बना हुआ है, दबदबा मुंबई का, ये जाने वाला है। इसलिए मैं सरकार से रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि और थिएटर्स खोलिए, वरना ये सत्ता खिसक रही है नीचे से। और मेरी बात मुख्यमंत्री जी और बाकी लोगों तक जरूर पहुंचाइए, क्योंकि सरकार, पब्लिक, यूट्यूब तो सबके लिए खुला है, और मतलब यूट्यूब के भरोसे छोड़ देगी अगर सरकार ना, तो सत्ता गिरा देगी पब्लिक, ये तय है।
नहीं नहीं, मेरा कहने का मतलब अलग है। बहुत सब जगह पे लोग बोलते हैं कि थिएटर में जाके देखो, थिएटर में जाके देखो, बट अभी ओटीटी का, आई मीन यू कैन नॉट स्टॉप दिस, यू हैव टू लिव विद द कंपटीशन। फिर अभी पूरे, आई मीन यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में, यूएस में देखो कि थिएटर में जाने वाले, जैसे पहले तो ड्रामाज वगैरह इतने अच्छे चलते थे मराठी में, तो आज भी ड्रामाज फुल जाते हैं। प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है अलग मराठी में कि वो थिएटर नहीं मिल रही, या उसका जो रेंट है वो बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है। थिएटर में जाना है तो मुंबई में एक आदमी जाएगा तो कम से कम 1,000 रुपए का खर्चा होता है, तो 1,000 रुपए खर्च करने वाले लोग भी चाहिए, उतना पैसा भी जमा होना चाहिए। बट आपका बिल्कुल सही है कि अभी तो मल्टीप्लेक्सेस है, छोटे छोटे थिएटर, पहले जैसे बड़े थिएटर तो है ही नहीं, थिएटर में जाता है। मार्केटिंग मॉडल अलग हो गए। मराठी मूवी का तो और प्रॉब्लम है, उनको थिएटर ही नहीं मिलता है, और मिलता है तो सुबह 7 बजे बोलता है, नहीं तो रात को 11:30 बजे कौन जाएगा देखने। तो ये बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम है।
मैं दूसरा कह रहा हूँ सर, फिल्म इंडस्ट्री का ना, हम लोग, वी आर द प्रोडक्शन सेंटर, वी आर नॉट एग्जीबिशन। एग्जीबिशन तो दुनिया भर में हो ही रहा है, और वो ओटीटी के माध्यम से हो रहा है, थिएटर के माध्यम से हो रहा है, या यूट्यूब के माध्यम से हो रहा है। हम फिल्में पहले, आज से 20-30 साल पहले तक तो ज्यादातर फिल्में मुंबई में बनती थी, ये अब बाहर जाता जा रहा है, क्योंकि अब ये डिजिटल एज में संभव है। अब हमको, निर्गुणकर साहब पहले लैब में थे, अब लैब की जरूरत नहीं है, अब हमको सेल्यूलॉइड की जरूरत नहीं है, हम फोन पे बना सकते हैं। तो अब बचता क्या है? मतलब व्हाट मेक्स अ फिल्म इज द टैलेंट एसोसिएटेड विथ इट। I think the government can seriously come up with policies where you retain the talent related to the entertainment industry within the Bombay city. अच्छा, पहले बहुत सारे, जहाँ हमारे बाला साहब ठाकरे भी रहते हैं, वो एरिया आर्टिस्ट्स को लैंड स्टेट देती थी। फिर एक लोखंड वाला में एक मूवी टावर है जो फिल्म इंडस्ट्री से जुड़े लोगों के लिए सस्ते में फ्लैट्स बना था। बॉम्बे लिविंग इज वेरी एक्सपेंसिव and we used to attract talent from all over the country. पर अब जैसे ही हम फिल्में स्विट्जरलैंड में गई शूट होने, पैरेलली आपकी भोजपुरी इंडस्ट्री खड़ी हो गई, उस समय तेलुगु, तमिल सब खड़े हो गए। तो अगर उस समय 2010 के आसपास फिल्म इंडस्ट्री वापस बंबई नहीं आई होती तो लगभग खत्म हो गया होता मुंबई। अभी मेरे ख्याल से सबसे कड़ी चुनौती उत्तर प्रदेश से आने वाली है, बिकॉज देयर इज अ मेजर कल्चरल रेवोल्यूशन, रिनाइसा हैपनिंग देयर। योगी आदित्यनाथ ने एक फिल्म सिटी बनाने का, वहां पे भी जमीन का आवंटन तो कर ही दिया है, अभी पता नहीं कितना काम हुआ है कितना नहीं। अगर लोग आना छोड़ देंगे बंबई एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री से जुड़ने, तो एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री यहाँ सस्टेन कर पाना बड़ा मुश्किल है। इसमें सरकार को बहुत जोर से सोचने का वो है, जरूरत है। और कुछ ऐसे बेनिफिट्स और पर्क्स दिए जाएं जिससे टैलेंट एनकरेज फील करे। बाकी आइडियाज तो हर जनरेशन अपने नए आइडियाज लेकर आएगा और आइडियाज को फिल्म में कन्वर्ट करने का और टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ हम चलते रहेंगे। ये मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है।
हेलो हेलो, जब हम टेक्नोलॉजी का बात करते हैं तो पहले जब भी फिल्में सेल्यूलॉइड फिल्म पे बनती थी तभी एक प्रिंट की कॉस्ट 1990 की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ अराउंड, तभी एक प्रिंट की कॉस्ट अबाउट 50,000 to 60,000 होती थी। तो अगर आपको अभी तो 2,000-3,000 थिएटर में एक साथ लग सकती है डिजिटल, तभी तो मुश्किल ही था और तभी का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मॉडल भी अलग था। तभी इंडिया के जितने भी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सेक्शन है वो 7 सेक्शन में डिवाइड हुए थे और पहले जो हिंदी फिल्म जो बनती थी वो दिल्ली यूपी में रिलीज होती थी। उसका रिजल्ट देख के फिर कितने प्रिंट और बनाने हैं वो देखते थे और ऐसे ही फिल्में रिलीज होती थी। डिजिटल भी आने से पहले जब VHS आ गया, वीडियो कैसेट आ गया, तभी ये फॉर्मूला चेंज हो गया और तभी ऑल इंडिया रिलीज साथ में होने लगी। अभी OTT आने से जो थिएटर का रिलीज है उसको भी इफेक्ट होने वाला है। तो डेफिनेटली टेक्नोलॉजी जब चेंज होते रहेगी तो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक में एक फायदा है कि टेक्नोलॉजी सस्ती हो रही है, तो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग वो देख पा रहे हैं जो पहले देख नहीं पाते थे। और एक चीज़ है, अभी मैं ऑस्कर के लिए जूरी हूँ तो मैं फिल्में देखता हूँ। ऑलमोस्ट 350 फिल्म्स एवरी ईयर आई watch to for as the jury process of the Oscar Academy, and when I watch these films in international category also, there is a film from India and there are films from other countries. Some of these countries, like even Bhutan, which is such a small place, but their film was nominated last year. So it is very difficult to control any particular country from the world. Whosoever has got talent, and the thing is, we have to show Indian stories. They don't want the Oscar juries. They don't want to watch an Indian movie song or made in Switzerland or in London. They want to watch what is made in India, and that is more related to the country. And this is happening now. So definitely our chances of getting award also will go up. And one more thing is, this is helping the regional films, because in early days only the Hindi films or Bollywood films, because they have more finance available, they could be released in more theaters and they could be distributed. But now even the regional movies, because of digital, can get easily released all over India or world by OTT. And when these movies reach foreign countries like US or UK, for them, they don't know Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Marathi, Bengali. For them, they understand all these films only with subtitle. So we have to concentrate on subtitle to promote our film, which is a very important factor now. And definitely,
it's happening, sir.
yeah, that is why we will also start getting awards, and our government is definitely helping them.
Yeah,
on
we
this.
saw Kantara with subtitles also and dubbed also.
So this is definitely
to his question. सॉरी, क्योंकि अनआंसर्ड नहीं जाए कि यूपी में भी हो रहा है, बाकी गवर्नमेंट भी सुविधाएं दे रही है। ऑफ कोर्स मैंने पहले ही बताया कि जहाँ पे कंपटीशन नहीं होता है वहाँ पे सुधार नहीं होता है। आई विल गिव यू वन एग्जांपल। लॉन्ग बैक, आई मीन व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग माय MBA, तब मैंने कई केस स्टडी पढ़ा था, उसका उदाहरण देता हूँ और फिर आगे चलता हूँ। कि यूएस ने कभी कार इंपोर्ट बैन किया था बिकॉज फोर्ड और GM, जनरल मोटर्स, उनको कंपटीशन हो रही थी, इसलिए टोयोटा बैन हो गया था। तो जितने दिन बैन था तब तक जनरल मोटर्स और फोर्ड नए R&D कुछ कर ही नहीं रहे थे। तो आज जनरल मोटर्स और फोर्ड कहाँ है और टोयोटा कहाँ है, आप समझ सकते हैं कि जस्ट वन एग्जांपल ने यूएस की पूरी इंडस्ट्री जो है, ऑटोमेटिव इंडस्ट्री जो पिक पे थी, जनरल मोटर्स का कंपटीशन नहीं था या फोर्ड का जिन्होंने शुरू किया, और आज टोयोटा कहाँ पे। तो इसलिए मुंबई का इकोसिस्टम अलग है। आई एम वेरी मच कॉन्फिडेंट कि किसी को भी, वो फिल्म रिलेटेड टेक्नीशियंस हो, आर्टिस्ट हो, मुंबई में जितना एज लगता है उतना नॉर्मली कहीं नहीं लगेगा। यहाँ का लिविंग अलग है, मुंबई में स्कूल कॉलेजेस ये वो होटल्स, आई मीन सब इकोसिस्टम है। दूसरा ये है कि सही बताया आपने कि हमें बदलना पड़ेगा, हमें एडिशनल कुछ फैसिलिटीज देनी पड़ेगी, हमारी पॉलिसीज में चेंज करना पड़ेगा, वो हम जरूर करेंगे। इसलिए हम अभी तो मैं फिल्म सिटी में खुद ये साल में ऑलमोस्ट 150 करोड़ रुपए खर्च कर रहा हूँ। आगे जाके और भी फैसिलिटीज वो भी बनाने हैं। और लोगों को जो फिल्म रिलेटेड उनको जो भी पॉलिसी में बदलाव चाहिए वो भी करेंगे, उस पे काम चल रहा है। अदर देन दैट फिल्म सिटी में ही एक सेंटर ऑफ एक्सलेंस ऑन एवीजीसी, ऑडियो विजुअल्स गेमिंग एंड कॉमिक्स, इसके लिए एक बहुत बड़ा सेंटर बनने जा रहा है, जिसमें भारत सरकार, INB मिनिस्ट्री, CII जो इंडस्ट्री एसोसिएशन है, और फिकी, और हम जगह देंगे अपनी। ऑलमोस्ट 1000 करोड़ उसमें इन्वेस्ट होगा, और जिसमें सेंटर ऑफ एक्सलेंस बनेगा एवीजीसी के लिए, जिसमें आप जैसे जो कॉलेज वाले हैं, कॉलेज जाने वाले, उनको इसकी शिक्षा दी जाएगी।
जी कब होगा सर? मैं आपको घेर रहा हूँ, आप पल्ला झाड़ रहे हैं। हाँ, आप सरकार के प्रतिनिधि हैं, मेरा काम है मांगना, मैं पब्लिक हूँ।
तो ये
मैं आपको क्यों वोट दूं? आप
बहुत
कब दे रहे
बड़ा
हो ये?
सेंटर जो जल्दी ही मुंबई में, उसको ऑलरेडी मंजूरी हो गई है, हमने जगह भी मंजूर की है, और स्टेज फेजेस में होगा। बट जब तक वो कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं होता है तब तक जो पेडर रोड पे NFDC है, उसमें ये कॉलेज इसी एकेडमिक ईयर से शुरू होने जा रहा है।
और सर मेरे साथ कुछ यंग दोस्त हैं मेरे, वो भी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री से जुड़ना चाहते हैं। बम्बई में रहना बहुत महंगा है, इन लोग के लिए भी कुछ करिए। हाँ, इन लोग को घर वर बना के दीजिए, कुछ जमीन का आवंटन करिए। हम
देखो,
तो आपको वोट देंगे और आप लोग को जितवाएंगे। आप पाला मत बदलिए, आप सरकार की तरफ से खेलिए, मैं पब्लिक हूँ।
हम आपकी भावनाएं जरूर सरकार के पास लेके जाएंगे।
थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Any particular questions if you have, we can definitely
No,
answer
before that,
but-
just for जानकारी के लिए, यंगस्टर्स के लिए जो फिल्म्स में इंटरेस्टेड हैं, मैं कुछ आंकड़े देना चाहता हूं और सर के माध्यम से सरकार तक भी पहुंचे। जब दबंग रिलीज हुई थी 2010 में, तो इट वाज द एक फुटफॉल नंबर्स होते हैं कि हमने कितने टिकट बेचे, तो उस समय की लगभग सबसे बड़ी फिल्म थी और हमने 3.9 करोड़ टिकट बेचे थे। उसके एक महीने बाद एक फिल्म आई थी रोबोट, तमिल फिल्म रजनीकांत की, उन्होंने 3.2 करोड़ टिकट बेचे थे। तो एक ऐसी तरह के सेमिनार में बैठा था और उन्होंने पूछा कि इंडिया फिल्म इंडस्ट्री का क्या स्कोप लगता है। मैंने कहा देखिए, एक तमिल फिल्म रोबोट 3.2 करोड़ इज 53% ऑफ तमिलनाडु's पॉपुलेशन। तब फिल्में डब नहीं होती थी। और दबंग विच वाज द हाईएस्ट सेलिंग फिल्म देन, 4 करोड़, लेस देन 3% ऑफ आवर पॉपुलेशन गोज टू थिएटर। तो इतना बड़ा मार्केट है। और अभी हम मेरी निर्गुण सर से VIP रूम में बात हो रही थी, हमारे यहाँ सिर्फ 10,000 स्क्रीन हैं। हाँ, और हमको कम से कम अगर चाइना से compete करना है तो 1 लाख स्क्रीन चाहिए।
1 लाख USA में
मैं सरकार से अपील करूंगा, नए थिएटर्स बनाइए, छोटे थिएटर्स बनाइए, फिर सिनेमा को और एक्सेस करिए।
अमेरिकन फिल्म मार्केट, हॉलीवुड मार्केट में अबाउट 250 मेन स्ट्रीम फिल्में बनती है एंड अबाउट 400 टोटल फिल्में बनती है। वहाँ पे 42,000 स्क्रीन है नॉर्थ अमेरिका में। अब उनका पॉपुलेशन 30 करोड़ है। इंडिया का पॉपुलेशन अबाउट 130 करोड़। यहाँ पे 2000 फिल्में बनती है और यहाँ पे स्क्रीन्स ओनली 10,000 है। तो ये बहुत कम है। ये जब बढ़ेगा तो ये मार्केट भी बढ़ेगा और इसके लिए प्रयास हो रहे हैं।
और मैं डॉक्टर राजेश सर्वज्ञ से बोलूंगा कि अगले समिट में किसी नेता को भी बुला के लाइए, क्योंकि बजट तो ये क्या करेंगे। हाँ, पैसा चाहिए इसके लिए। सरकार कुछ करती वरती है नहीं हमारे लिए, सिर्फ क्रेडिट खाने आ जाती है और फिर बोलती है कि हमारा प्रचार क्यों नहीं करते। तो प्लीज सरकार को कुछ करना चाहिए, हम आपको वोट देते हैं भाई।
नहीं, थिएटर का तो अनाउंस महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट में अभी मिनिस्टर साहब ने कर दिया है। ऑलरेडी थिएटर बन
तो
रहे
इट वुड बी नाइस अगर कोई मंत्री भी आए और हम उनसे भी भीख मांगेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
Okay, I think there is a time limit, so we have to stop here. And thank you very much for your response.
Thank you. I think I have embarrassed everybody
And
too
I
much.
thank Dr. Rajesh Sarvajna for arranging it and calling us to arrange, moderate this session. And thank you to Vivekananda Youth Foundation for conducting this program. And thank you all of you for attending this. This being the last session, still you have been here since morning, and I really thank all of you for your participation. Thank you.
Thank you, moderator, and our experts here for a wonderful session. It was very interesting. And I would like to request Dr. Rajesh to felicitate all our speakers. So for the audience, we are going to give the certificate of participation to all of you, and that you will get it out at the registration counter. So that will happen after 15 minutes. We are going to call Mr. Avinash Dakhne. Keep the energy going, guys. Everybody, clap, clap. Mr. Abhinav Singh Kashyap. And for our moderator of the session, Mr. Ujjwal Nirgudkar. So moving forward, we are going to have certificates of achievement. And I would like to call upon Professor Dr. Vishwambar Vasant Jadhav, Department of Sports and Senate member of Mumbai University. So he's going to get the certificate of achievement today. Professor Dr. Sundar Rajdip, Head of the Department for Mass Communication and Journalism, University of Mumbai. Professor Dr. Liaquat Khan, Department of Civic and Political Science, University of Mumbai. Professor Dr. Suresh Mind, Department of Economics, University of Mumbai. And last but not the least, Dr. Shahid Zakulla, Associate Professor, Department of Political Science, Maharashtra College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Mumbai. So let us all get ready for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
So there is a arrangements for the high tea outside, so you all can enjoy the high tea and then collect your certificate of participation.